Literally, with premium travel benefits from the Capital One Venture X card. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when booking on Capital One Travel and access to airport lounges worldwide. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Hi, I'm Jenna Fisher. A little over a year ago, during a routine mammogram and ultrasound, I was diagnosed with triple-positive breast cancer. Caught early, many common cancers have survival rates well over 90%. The Screening Time Off program encourages employees to take time to step out for screenings. Be the world's best boss. Join Screening Time Off. Learn more and sign up at workingwithcancerpledge.com.
It's the Hard Rock Bet Battle of the Bets. 2 bets facing off. Winning side splits $250K in bonus bets every single day. Time to pick a side. Team underdogs or team favorites. Team over or team under. There's one way to settle this. Hard Rock Bet Battle of the Bets. Pick a side for $1. Win your share of $250K or more today. Prize pool to be paid out in bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT.
I'm Jenna Fisher. If you're an employer, you have the power to save lives. The Screening Time Off program encourages employees to take time to step out for recommended screenings. Be the world's best boss. Join Screening Time Off. Learn more at workingwithcancerpledge.com.
When it comes to deciding what you ride, nobody's going to convince you that there's anything better than a Harley. Case closed. The judge and jury event is in session at Space Coast Harley-Davidson. So make your ruling and trade in and trade up to a new Harley. Right now, buy a new Harley and get NADA retail for your trade. Shop anytime at SpaceCoastHarley.com. Here come the judge. Make your decision at Space Coast Harley-Davidson.
Why go to just another sports bar when you can go to Crush Yard? The food, amazing. The drinks, top shelf. Craft beers, a gajillion of them. And then the big surprise, pickleball, all indoor on pristine new courts. So that's it, right? Wrong, because we've also got ping pong, cornhole, and a full arcade for the kids. So, Kissimmee, when the temps rise, cool off with the best food, games, and fun at the hottest new spot in town. Visit CrushYard.com and follow us on social for details. See you down at the yard.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here. So excited to tell you that Harry Sip and Savor Artisan Cocktail Pairings are back. Saturday, March 22nd at Harry's Poolside Bar and Grill at the Rosen Center Hotel. It's going to be awesome. Savor Artisan cocktails from Bacardi and Heaven Hill paired perfectly with a multi-course menu by acclaimed chef Tello Luna. Lamb chops, plantain-crusted halibut, stuffed pork loin, and more. These events sell out fast, so book your reservation at Open Table or call 407-996-9840. Bacardi and Heaven Hill would like to remind you to drink responsibly.
Allergies are torture, but Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you beat your allergies for good. Exact is clinically proven to give long-term lasting allergy relief in 3 injections. That's right, allergy relief in 3 injections. No matter how long you've suffered, no matter what else you've tried, with 3 injections, you can experience relief from your allergies. Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus. Go to AspireAllergy.com to book your appointment today. AspireAllergy.com.
Yo, it's Angel from the Monsters. You want a big green egg? For the lowest prices anywhere, you got to go to my friends, Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up your big green egg so that you are cooking before they leave. Follow Wassie's Meat Market on Instagram or go to wassiesmeatmarket.com for your big green egg today.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 689-305-2853. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 689-305-2853. That's 689-305-2853.
This earful of Rail Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
We are professional grade at Orange Buick GMC. Online at orangebuickgmc.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Friday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate that, as we do every single day. And we do have a good program set up for you this afternoon. We'll get you caught up on what's happening in the world. We'll do that around 3:20 with JCS News. 3:45 at Sinker Sale and Embers only. I got a wonderful little cigar to tell you about. Great deal, by the way, as well. 4 o'clock hour primetime kitchen. We'll find out what's good to eat in Central Florida this weekend with our buddy Fayez Carr from the Orlando Weekly. 5 o'clock hours, pick the porn.
Oh, ho, ho.
Tickets for Orlando City versus DC United. That's tomorrow. Or tickets to see Glass Animals. We'll end it up with You Heard It Here first. Your calls, texts, and talkbacks all day long. Welcome to the program. I am Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead producer, Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
407-916-1041. That is how you call us. Text us easily at 77031. Find us on social media. That's easy as well. Facebook and Instagram at The Jim Colbert Show. On X, just at Jim Colbert Show. And all day, every day at JimColbertLive.com. That's where our YouTube feed is. You can check us out while we do the program.
Ooh.
Give us a like and subscribe. You will hear talkbacks throughout the day. You could leave one as well. If we pique your interest and you decide to chime in, we'd love to hear that. Just get the iHeartRadio app. Go to Real Radio once you get it. Use that microphone you see on the screen to record a message and send it over to Jack. We'll get you on there in no time. And, of course, that just means radio superstardom right around the corner.
Superstar. And imagine how happy you'll make us on this Friday when you do that talkback that says, I made you our #1 preset.
Yeah. #1 preset. It's a big deal for us. Thank you very much, guys. We appreciate that.
Dig it.
How is everyone's Friday going? Everybody good?
Yeah, cold.
Oh, yeah. Didn't even hit 70 today.
No.
He
challenged me on that today, Jack.
Okay, listen.
So
just
do
give
we
me a second. I was a last blast off because this will be the last
You
blast.
had premature
I had premature
estimation.
last blast off.
Yeah, he had premature estimation.
Yeah.
So do we have 2 pizza parties next week?
No, we have one pizza party.
No. One because you were woefully wrong on last blast, and the other one because Deb guessed Wichita.
How about one pizza party with 2 pizzas? That's easier.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
What
we
temperature?
take some home.
What temperature do you think it is right now?
68.
Listen, when I was outside a minute ago, it felt like a nice crispy 71 or 72. And then when I came in and checked my weather app after calling Deb a liar right to her face, it turns out I was wrong. It is about 63 degrees here.
It's a little warmer at 64.
Oh, very nice.
Hey.
All right.
64.
Beach weather now.
High today, 68.
Yeah, but if you look at the map for the next 10, 15 days, it's all back up in the 80s. I think spring is finally here. I think yesterday was an apt day. This will be the last blast for sure.
This is it.
This is it. This is the last blast. Make your summer plans, Jack.
No, I want another pizza party.
Make your summer plans. Oh, I'm bringing frozen pizza in here so fast you have no idea. I'm going to cook it in my air fryer and bring it in.
Make it DiGiorno.
You know what? It'll still be good, Jimmy. I've seen what you can do with a toaster oven and a microwave.
Man, I made some risotto last night. Yeah, almighty, it was so good.
Don't talk about it.
Butter poached asparagus in there with some risotto. It was so delicious. I have so much left over, too. It's so crazy. Oh, did you want some? My bad.
Oh, that's
maybe you should be nicer to me.
then you get food.
Oh, maybe you shouldn't,
call you a
delve
liar
so much.
for your...
Yeah, exactly. Maybe you should slow down your premature estimation.
Got a question for you guys. Got into listen, not an argument this morning by any means.
Wow,
but
how unlike you.
But I did get into a debate this morning.
Oh, is that what we're calling it now?
Yeah, well, I mean,
Why do people think I'm so angry?
Well, you're going to really, really laugh when you find out what this stupid debate was about.
Oh, excellent. What do you got?
I got into a discussion regarding kids games today.
All right.
Okay. What do you think the greatest kids game is? This is not board game or anything like that.
Not video games.
These are not video games. These are games that, as a kid, before you hit all of the electronic stuff, and this may rule out a portion of our audience. I'm not even 100 on that. What is the greatest of those games?
Tag.
Hide and seek.
Kickball.
Hide and seek is the greatest of those games, Jack.
Yeah.
What would you know who said what? I can't tell you who it is, but
Red Rover.
No. Kick the can. Somebody actually thought, you know what Kick the Can is?
Never played
You
it.
never played Kick the Can?
Kick the can is a way to distract yourself from the fact that you have to walk somewhere.
Yeah. Kick the can was you put a can, somebody protects the can, everybody goes out, you got to tag the person, but the person can run and kick the can and kind of renew themselves or whatever.
Something
like that.
Hide and seek or a tag is
basically the same thing.
Yeah, tag is hide and seek. I thought was the king of the games. That's what I always thought.
As we got into our teen years, we called it like Army or Survival or something.
Yeah. Or there was also what was the one where one person would have the ball and you'd have to tackle that one person? There's a couple really bad names for it. Let's just say it would say smear and then someone that rhyme with smear.
Boys will be boys.
Exactly. We played that one some. King of the Hill, if you could find a hill.
Right, yeah.
We used a picnic table for a while. You get up on the picnic table and somebody had to get you off the picnic table. And we did that by tipping over picnic table.
I was going to say, that sounds safe.
It was not safe.
Yeah,
Half the stuff you do as a kid is not safe.
No.
Yeah.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. You're welcome to chime in with your suggestions throughout the show using the texting service and or leaving a talk back. I also found something else. I'm always on the lookout for... Jack, by the way, let me ask you a question before I get into this. When you're scrolling through social, how often do you do that, by the way?
Not a lot. I don't know. Okay, let's just say maybe once daily.
Yeah, once daily, a couple hours, or maybe 30 minutes or so, just kind of see what's going on.
Not even.
Not even?
I'm hating myself if I'm going over 10 minutes.
But when you see videos, do you ever look and see if anyone that you know has liked the video?
Yeah, well,
Does that happen often to you?
That usually, and it's by design, will attract me to some content.
I gotcha.
Because I think what the algorithm does, it shows you people that you are connected with that like things.
Okay.
Like, it's funny because I'll see a video, I'll go, oh, I bet my wife would like that. And I looked and she's already literally liked it.
Yeah. That happens with me and Deborah a lot.
You were about to call me it again.
No.
That thing. That thing.
No, I said Deborah. This happens with me and Deb a lot because Deb likes a lot of animal videos.
Yeah.
Sure. So every time I see a cute, cuddly animal video or some guy cuddling a baby donkey or something like that, I look down. Inevitably, I'm going to see Deborah Roberts' name at the bottom.
Yeah.
So I saw something today on social, and I did not see your name on it. And I learned something today, and I love stuff like this. I know it may be not as exciting to the audience as it is for me, but I love learning stuff about animals, and I learned something today. Generally, what do we know through pop culture and just through our childhoods? What do we know that elephants are scared of?
Mice,
right? That's the whole thing. Back in the cartoons, a mouse would run out, the elephant would get out of the way. The 2.5 or 3 ton animal wants to avoid the 3 ounce animal at all costs, right? Terrified of them. Jack, did you also have that same thing growing up? Like elephants were afraid of mice?
Yes, I was aware of that, but I think I also learned that from cartoons.
Yeah,
as well.
exactly.
Thank you, Warner Brothers.
So with that said, I also learned today that in Kenya, farmers will protect their crops because elephants, this is a big thing in Africa, elephants going into crops and eating them up, and because you're encroaching on their
their land.
Their lands,
Yeah.
right? And it's kind of ruining or taking away some of their feeding grounds or whatever. And they have a real problem with this. But they don't want, because elephants obviously can be a bad deal. They don't want to come in a situation where they have to kill the elephant or any of the elephants to keep them away. They're really not about that. But they learn how to do this. And these little fences that they put up to keep other animals out, of course, they're not going to affect an elephant. They're going to walk right through it or over it for that matter.
Right.
And I found out how they did it. And I did not know this about elephants. Do you know how they did it?
No.
They attach something to the fences that the elephants hate. And it's not a smell. It's not anything like that. They attach something about if I remember right, it was like every 500 yards or something, they would attach something to the fence, and elephants hate it. And it's worked perfectly, and it keeps elephants out.
Is it a speaker that plays sound?
It's not a
wind chimes.
Not a wind chime. It's not that kind of sound. Although they do react to the sound of this, it is not that. It is another being.
A live rat.
Oh, mice.
It's not mice.
Okay.
Did you know that elephants hate bees?
No.
Elephants hate bees. They actually even hate the sound of bees. And what these farmers did is they started attaching like beehives or bee boxes to the fence or the areas where the fences are, and they figured out about how far apart they're supposed to be for the bees to affect. The elephants won't come near them. Elephants absolutely loathe bees. I had no idea. And then today they actually showed a group of elephants approaching one of these fences, and they said they even hate the sound of bees. And they play a sound that sounds like a beehive swarming, and the elephants literally get up and walk away. And they'd set up shop.
Oh, wow. That's fascinating.
I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, very.
I love stuff like that. I don't know why. 407 916-1041. Text us at 77031. Let me bring up my computer here, and we'll kind of get into what we're going to do today. The Monsters actually talked about something very interesting today, and it was kind of a perfect Monsters Russ kind of topic, and it got swamped on the texting service this morning when I was checking it out. When all things are said and done, I don't know if this is exactly how it was framed, but that's kind of what I got from looking at the texting service. Will Elon Musk wind up a villain or a hero after everything is said and done? Do you think most people will believe that Elon is a hero or a villain? And I thought that was a really interesting argument, because you could make an argument for both sides depending on, of course, where you lie politically. I was just interested to see how that would happen. You can also check in on the texting service with that as well.
We did a question, it was a couple of years ago, I believe, do you believe Elon Musk is a net positive for the world? And that was before his foray into politics.
Right. It had to be a positive, though, right?
It was close, but there are some people who were not thrilled with Elon Musk then, yourself included.
Oh, was I? Well, I think he's a kook. Yeah. I mean, I think his technology was good back in the day. Of course, I still do believe that SpaceX is still an amazing company. I mean, Tesla really, until he started ignoring it, is also a groundbreaking company. But the thing is, I just think the guy's kind of a kook.
I heard something today that I was not aware of.
Which is?
With Tesla, is that there's kind of been a decline in quality.
Yeah, all the trucks got recalled because panels were falling off.
But this time it's for the windshield, and it's their 8th recall in 15 months.
But even with the cars, I think more specifically the constant software updates that they do, and it's just I don't know. I heard Tesla owners talking about how the quality is not the same as it once was.
Yeah, I've not heard that, because I know that my buddy Daniel has one, and he loves it. Yeah. I mean, he loves his Tesla.
Yeah.
Almost everybody I've ever spoken to that owns one of those things absolutely loves it.
That's what I was familiar with.
Yeah, everybody I know that has one thinks it's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
They love it. I mean, the range is good, pickup is good, drive's great, tech is good, and I really haven't even heard anybody complain about the software updates. Honestly, we probably would have purchased one when we bought our Mach-E, but we found that the Mach-E's glass top reflected and deferred UV rays better than Tesla's did. The sun affected the interior temperature of the Tesla more than it did the Mach-E.
So you got a Mustang because you're bald.
Yeah, I got a Mustang because I'm bald, right? My head was closer to the microwave.
Yes.
So we took that out of there for sure. Florida is pushing a couple bills. One is called a smart living bill. I'll tell you about that a little bit later. TikTok wants the chubby filter gone. AI is starting to hit some legal roadblocks. This is one I semi-predicted. I'm kind of interested to see what you guys think. And let's see what else. Oh, a Mennonite father. This was in the promo. A Mennonite father had a shocking statement regarding his daughter's passing in regards to her getting measles. We'll talk about that a little bit later as well. Plus, a Norwegian man files a complaint after he says AI said something that wasn't true. All that coming up a little bit later today. What do you have for news, Deb?
We're going to talk about a Southwest flight takeoff was canceled after a runway mix-up. The honeydew brush fire threatens homes in Volusia County, and some hopeful news for Severance fans.
Oh, man.
We'll talk about that and more coming up next during JCS News.
You got it. All right, 407-916-1041. That's how you call us. Text us at 77031. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show and Deb's News.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
An accident just popped up on the Florida Turnpike just west of the 408. Things are just starting to stack up there. We've got 429 southbound's express lanes closed with emergency construction in Winter Garden at the Independence Toll Plaza. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 1-866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Tammy Bennett.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
At Rasmussen University, we offer a full suite of nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus. Programs vary by campus. Learn more at rasmussen.edu/Florida.
Our iHeartRadio Music Awards celebrated the music and artists you've loved listening to all year on iHeartRadio. Brought to you by Jeep.
It's now streaming on Hulu for a limited time.
Bad Bunny,
Billie Eilish,
Glorilla,
Kenny Chesney,
Money Long,
Nelly,
your host, LL Cool J,
plus Lady Gaga,
Mariah Carey,
Gracie Abrams,
and iHeartRadio's Tour of the Century Award, honoring Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour.
Our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Awards.
Streaming now on Hulu.
When it comes to restoring cars, Diego's got skills. And with Total Wireless in his corner, the whole world sees them. With the dual camera system on his new iPhone 13, he can take amazing car photos and post them on the fly with super fast 5G, and even turn this part-time hobby into a full-time gig. His claim to fame? Claiming iPhone 13 with 5G on us. Get iPhone 13 with 5G on us when you switch to the Total 5G Plus Unlimited 3-month plan. Total Wireless, in your corner. For a limited time while supplies last. Valid in-store only. Requires port-in and ID verification. Restrictions apply.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Hi there. I've got a clogged drain.
A clogged brain? I have that sometimes.
No, a clogged drain.
Try yoga or drinking tea. Earl Grey is the best.
Earl Grey? No, I'm calling Frank A.
What do they know about tea?
When it comes to clogged drains and plumbing issues, you want a trustworthy, courteous technician that's dedicated to customer satisfaction.
That's the Frank A way.
FrankGayServices.com.
It's Ram Truck Month, where right now at your local Ram dealer, well-qualified current FCA lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad Cab 4x4 for $369 a month for 42 months with $3,999 due at signing. Tax, title, license extra, no security deposit required. Call 1-877-RAM-5722 for details. Requires dealer contribution and lease through Stellantis Financial. Current vehicle must be registered to consumer at least 30 days prior to lease to qualify. Extra charge for miles over 35,000. Not all customers will qualify. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 3/31/25.
This is Noel from Stuff They Don't Want You to Know. If you could lose 10.4 pounds in a single month, would you try? Well, with Future Health, you can.
That's right. Future Health gives millions access to affordable meds like Ozempic and semaglutide for less than $3 a day.
You just take a quick 3-minute survey, and if approved, boom, your meds are delivered right to your door within 24 hours for free.
I've personally used these medications and found that it really helped me get an edge on appetite suppression when paired with diet and exercise, something that I always struggled with.
Get this, there's also no insurance needed, so no insurance headaches, and everything is online, which means no doctor visits.
Find out if these medications are right for you in just 3 minutes at tryfh.com.
Tryfh.com.
Results vary based on start weight and adherence to diet, exercise, and program goals.
Data based on independent studies sponsored by Future Health.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion.
Now through March 31st, get great deals on everything you need for your lawn and garden at Tools Ace Hardware. Miracle Grow Potting Mix, Sunnyland Fertilizers, and mulch are all on sale. Tools Ace Hardware's helpful associates have the answers to all of your lawn and garden questions and will gladly load up your mulch, soils, and fertilizers for you. Also, check out the biggest sale ever from Steel Outdoor Power Equipment at Tools' 11 full-line steel locations, or bring in your equipment for a quick tune-up for the season. Tools Ace Hardware's 13 convenient locations in Central Florida, or you can shop online at acehardware.com for free in-store pickup or delivery.
It's tax season. By now, we're all a bit tired of numbers, but here's one you need to hear. $16.5 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud last year. Now, here's a good number, $100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed. Save up to 40% in your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit lifelock.com. That's lifelock.com, promo code CLAY. Terms apply.
ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. You know we've got 3 area locations, so we've got the new Kia you're looking for in stock and ready to go. And you can drive home your new Kia in 1 hour or less, like a new 2025 Kia K4. Lease for only $159 per month for 24 months with $35.95 due at signing. We want to see you in a Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com.
Qualified applicants through KFA includes $650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, 0 security deposit plus tax title license, $899 dealer, and $249.50 doc fee. Expires 4/5/25.
Ron White, live.
If your eyes go bad, you can have LASIK surgery and they can give you 20/20 vision. But let me tell you something, folks. You can't fix stupid.
May 21st, inside Hard Rock Event Center at Seminole Hard Rock Tampa. On sale now at hardrocktampa.com or ticketmaster.com. Seminole Hard Rock Tampa. For mature audiences.
Did you know that 40% of adults can't explain what a tax deduction is?
I can't either.
Well, we're here to help. I'm Leah Palmieri.
And I'm Matt Stillo.
And this season on Grown Up Stuff, we're making taxes way less scary.
There's no other time in life where you're like, am I going to get back $4,000 or am I going to owe $10,000? It's like the crappiest casino.
Listen to Grown Up Stuff on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Grown Up Stuff and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Look to Orange Buick GMC for your next truck at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Yesterday's incredibly thought-provoking question of the day was, are you happy? 64% of YouTube watchers said yes, while only 52% of Instagram said yes as well. That number has continued to go down since the people on Instagram found out that the YouTube people are happier.
I made you my #1 princess.
Thank you.
Yay.
Jack and Deb been good to you, especially when you were gone. They took care of business. 2 pizzas, 2 parties, or I'm taking you off the preset.
Don't you dare.
#1.
Don't you
preset.
dare.
You grab him by the short
Got
hairs.
that there, Jimmy?
You better watch yourself, friend. See you, buddy.
2 pizza parties.
Yay, 2 pizzas.
He said, or 2 pizzas. 1 party, 2 pizzas.
2 girls, 1 cup.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks so much for tuning in today. We appreciate that as we do every day. Beautiful day out there, man. Hope you guys have a big weekend planned. It's supposed to be gorgeous weather all weekend long. I am Jim. Jack is right over there, and Deb has some news.
It's time for JCS News.
Wow, has this guy got to put his name on everything?
It's in my contract, dude.
Here's the news on the Jim Colbert Show.
All right, JCS News is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. Give him a listen tomorrow morning when he's host of the Home Loans Radio Show. First one who, will you shut up? Please? I'll buy you the pizza.
Are you?
Please! God, please buy me a pizza.
Are you heckling her?
Yes.
You were making fart noises during the beginning.
No,
I made
2
one
days
time.
in a row. 2
That's-
days in a row.
And then he told you not to tell him what to do.
I'm about to kick your ass out the studio.
Oh, my God, please.
Real quick.
He wants to enjoy this this
joke.
penultimate blast.
I know. All right. Well, real quick, someone did text us at 77031 wanting us to give a heads up to the listeners that the Turnpike westbound just past the rest area, apparently there are loose goats and rams on the road.
Wow.
Welcome to Florida.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. London's Heathrow Airport is starting to resume operations after it shut down due to an electrical fire. In a statement, officials said the first flights will be, quote, repatriation flights, end quote. That's for those who were diverted to other airports in Europe. Full operations are expected to resume tomorrow, but travel disruptions at Heathrow could still last for days, up to 4 days. Just today, more than 1,300 flights and 200,000 passengers are expected to be impacted. Heathrow is Europe's busiest airport.
What a nightmare, man.
Oh, man.
What a
Just
nightmare.
flying through Heathrow is a nightmare. Having it being disrupted, I can't even imagine. Closer to home, nothing to see here. The FAA is looking into a potentially hazardous departure from Orlando International Airport. An air traffic controller canceled a Southwest airline plane's takeoff clearance after the pilot mistakenly began to depart on a taxiway rather than the runway.
78, stop was 3278, stop, cancel takeoff clearance. You're on hotel taxiway, stop was 3278.
Stop was 3278, yes sir, we stop.
The airline said the flight stopped safely on that taxiway after the crew, quote, mistook the surface for a nearby runway, end quote. Taxiways are paths used by pilots to move planes between runways and terminals. No injuries were reported. The National Transportation Safety Board is also investigating the situation. And like we were talking before the show started, a lot of pilots have been saying, I don't understand how you can make this mistake. Some airports are confusing. MCO is not one of those when it comes to taxiways and runways. The biggest takeaway to me was they didn't just come on and say, hey, you're on a taxiway, you need to go to this runway. They're like, you get this back to the gate. They made everyone deplane, get on another flight so that they can continue to New York.
Yeah, well, probably they wanted to check the pilot.
Yeah,
say, hey.
Or why?
Yeah, were you coming from the bar?
Yeah.
How did you make...
This is 100% pilot error, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
This isn't equipment. This isn't tower.
And like, again, pilots were saying, if you've ever flown into MCO, you know where the taxiways and the runways are different. This is like they can't explain how this mistake was made.
Maybe it was like scrolling social media.
Yeah. I'll see you tomorrow, Jack, for $3 shots.
Which, by the way, that is not a joke. You can meet Jack tomorrow night for $3 shots at Elixir.
That's where I'm going.
Mr. Pilot, sir, if you're stuck in Orlando, swing by Elixir after 5.
All right, from the air to the ground, where the Sunshine Skyway Bridge, Florida's tallest, has been identified as one of 68 across the country that has, quote, an unidentified level of risk of collapse, end quote, should it be struck by a vessel. NTSB Chair Jennifer Homendy says the board is issuing safety recommendations.
We're urging 30 owners of 68 bridges in 19 states to perform a vulnerability assessment of their bridge's risk of catastrophic collapse from a vessel collision.
Now, this comes after that cargo ship struck the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore, and ironically, the old Skyway Bridge was destroyed after it was struck by the Summit Venture in 1980. That killed 35 people, most of them on a Greyhound bus.
That's right, all on that one bus.
Now, that's not the only bridge. The Dames Point Bridge in Jacksonville is also on the NTSB list.
Wow.
A lack of rain has Central Florida in a drought. We kind of touched on this a little bit yesterday, but the National Weather Service announced the area is under moderate to severe drought conditions. And again, first day of spring was just yesterday. Drought conditions are ranked on a 0 to 4 scale, with 4 being the worst. Most of Central Florida is at a 1, which is a moderate level, but parts of Lake County are already at a 2, which is severe drought. Rainfall has been below normal through the dry season. We are at least 11 inches behind. And that may continue. The National Weather Service says the drier than normal conditions are generally favored through the end of April when the dry season ends.
Wow.
And this is another reason why that matters, because forecasters are warning those with seasonal allergies that pollen counts will be higher than usual across much of the U.S. this year. A senior meteorologist at AccuWeather said that pollen counts will exceed historical averages in 39 states. As the warm weather approaches, the experts say those who suffer from allergies should prepare for an intense allergy season. And that's saying something with someone like Code Black, who already suffers the way that he does during a quote-unquote regular allergy season.
And your very own fiance does the
same
thing.
Yeah, exactly. They both have to get injections for them.
Crazy.
And now they're saying it's going to be intense, and it could linger into autumn.
Wow.
They say allergy seasons across the country are lasting 1 to 4 weeks longer than they did 50 years ago because of changing climate conditions. And because of those dry conditions, a brush fire that broke out yesterday near Samsula in Volusia County has burned more than 330 acres, but thankfully is already 80% contained. It's burning south of State Road 44 near South Cucumber and Honeydew Lanes, hence the name the Honeydew Fire.
Oh, yeah.
The fire is threatening more than a half dozen structures, and the county has been placed under a red flag warning, which means critical fire conditions exist due to strong winds and low humidity.
Yeah, doo-doo.
Meanwhile, I feel like the...
Okay, well, I didn't say anything.
No, I know you did.
Yelled
You're
at me,
being
and
a good boy.
You gave him a chuckle. You yelled at me.
You're being a good boy.
All right, you're good.
Well, I don't want time to yell at him.
You're just taking time. Talking about it.
Meanwhile...
I mean, you did say doo-doo.
A brush fire in Miami-Dade County is proving hard to stop. The Florida Forest Service said last night the fire was burning over 25,000 acres and is only about 30% contained.
We brought in a second tanker to drop retardant. We have 3 helicopters, 2 tankers, and then we brought in some additional firefighters and some engines from North and North Central Florida.
Florida Forest Service's Ludi Bond is asking, with so many people on spring break heading to and from the Keys, and with the 3 days of NASCAR racing at Homestead Miami Speedway, please be very cautious with any and all outdoor activities. It only takes a spark to start a wildfire. This one is believed to have possibly been started by an ATV or a UTV. Again, they're saying if you're parking somewhere, don't park over dry grass.
Right, yeah, because your exhaust could set it off. Somebody said yesterday as we were talking about this, it, somebody texted and said they saw somebody flip a butt into the median, flick a cigarette butt into the median or off to the side of the road.
Right, Two things make me more angry. In traffic, it was a car in front of me. I see him doing it. It's like, oh, man.
Yeah, I know. It's like, keep a bottle in your car, man. Yeah. It's so easy. FHP says the fire could last several more days. And if your weekend does take you anywhere near the Florida Keys, be aware that they've had a lot of road closures. But like Jack said, there's that one west road from, where'd you say it comes in from, Jimmy?
Just outside of Galveston. It goes over to the Yucatan, and then it goes up the Yucatan, and then just crosses over about 600 miles of the Gulf of America there before he unloads right into Galveston. It's a little bit of a sidetrack, I think about 64 hours.
Take the Keanu.
Yeah,
take the gunnel, right.
All right, a man who killed 2 people in Seminole County is dead after he was executed at Florida State Prison. Edward James died at 8:15 last night. The 63-year-old was convicted of killing a woman and her 8-year-old granddaughter in Castleberry in 1993. James was renting a room in the woman's home at the time. The execution was carried out after the U.S. Supreme Court yesterday rejected James's lawyer's request for a stay of execution. James issued no final words. This is the second execution carried out in Florida this year. Another one is set for April 8th. All right, I'm hoping this doesn't come to pass, but a judge is considering a media blackout for a sex crimes trial in Osceola County. Stephen Stearns This guy's got some nads.
Yeah.
He's accused of raping and killing 13-year-old Madeline Soto, his girlfriend's daughter. His public defender was in court yesterday to ask a judge to block the media from the courtroom during his pretrial hearings on the sexual battery charge. She claims pretrial publicity will bias any potential jurors against her client, and they're saying, listen, this is the way the county can avoid the expense of having to move the trial to another county because this area has been so saturated with media coverage. So if we block the media, we can keep the trial here in Osceola County.
Haven't they already chosen the jury?
No.
They haven't chosen the jury yet.
Yeah, no. The lawyer representing local news outlets asked the judge to reject the request. The judge said he'll announce a ruling in less than 2 weeks. The trial on the sexual battery charges is set for May 5th.
Okay.
All right. The man accused of killing a couple in Volusia County 3 years ago has asked that the death penalty be waived. Gene McKean is charged with stabbing to death Terry and Brenda Altman. Remember when they were biking home from Bike Week in 2022? His lawyer maintains that witnesses who are available to testify to his mental capabilities, including his family, are unavailable because they live in Haiti and traveling there is, well, from the Department of the Obvious, unsafe.
Right.
A hearing on the motion is scheduled today.
This was a completely unprovoked attack.
Yes.
They were literally just riding their bikes, and the guy just came up and just started stabbing them, right?
Yep.
There was no encounter, no nothing.
Nothing. There was no reason for it. All right. I've talked about, well, this is interesting. I'll let you come to your own conclusions. But some University of South Florida students could be in for a big change. Sarasota Republican State Senator Joe Gruder said on Wednesday the USF Sarasota Manatee campus could merge with New College of Florida and the Ringling Museum of Art. Right now, Florida State University runs the museum. This is the part that's interesting. Gruder says state officials, including the governor, are involved in the talks. Are the universities aware that this is all going on?
Well, I think so because New College is the one run by Richard Corcoran and the appointee by DeSantis.
That was the only one I knew that was kind of taken over.
Yeah.
I didn't know USF had any of that, and I didn't know the Ringling School had any of that input either. I knew that Corcoran that New College thing happened about a year and a half ago or so, and that was a big thing.
And it's happened to another university, and now this
West
is
Florida up there too, yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
So pay attention to this. He tells the Tampa Bay Times the leading scenario is for NSF to oversee all three schools, but nothing has been finalized. Again, remember we did a story earlier this week where this school was like, well, who are you guys? You have no connection to us or the region or the community.
No, nothing.
And then all of a sudden you're just put into positions of power over this, speaking of college, Florida hopes to make a deep run in the NCAA tournament. The top-seeded Gators clash against number 16 Norfolk State tonight in the West region. And then finally, I don't know if someone here might recognize this music.
Best show. And I'm leaving it at that.
Yeah. That has to be the theme song for Severance.
It is, and it is now my favorite show of all shows.
Really? Even though Sopranos?
Yeah, Sopranos was my favorite. This show, I love it so much. I watched the season finale. They released it at 9. I was watching it at 9. As soon as it dropped, I started it, and it was fantastic.
Well, Ben Stiller says fans of Severance will not have to wait 3 more years for season 3. Stiller is the producer of the trending sci-fi series, which premiered on Apple TV Plus back in 2022 and ended with a cliffhanger. The much-anticipated season 2 was delayed 3 years because of the Hollywood strikes and finally debuted last January. The final episode of season 2, like you said, came out, last night?
Yeah.
Last night. So yesterday, Stiller went on the New Heights podcast with the Kelsey brothers and was asked if fans will have to wait another 3 years for season 3. And he said, yeah, unfortunately. No, he said, definitely not.
Yeah.
He didn't give a release date, but did say, quote, it will not be that, end quote.
Yeah.
So hopefully sooner rather than later. That had to be hell waiting 3 years after a cliffhanger.
And interestingly, I was listening to Sean of those guys coming in, the news junkie, and they were mentioning how expensive Severance is to make and how underwater Apple has been, even with the success of Ted Lasso, Severance.
Succession is Succession.
Succession. I don't think that's on an
HBO.
Apple TV one, but
that was Max.
Those are just two shows that do well, and of course they have to pay for the licensing for all that other stuff or the content they're making elsewhere that isn't maybe hitting as hard as those two. But
they produce a lot of shows. Those Ted Lasso and Severance are the most popular.
Did you hear how much it was per episode to make Severance?
No, I don't know.
What do you think? This is what he reported.
$1 million an episode.
Cool.
10 million an episode.
20 million an episode.
Really?
$20 million an episode?
And I think they even marveled about they can't understand where the money went. You see the show, doesn't it mostly take place in kind of one room? The office scenario.
Well, there's the neighborhood too.
Yeah, but still, it doesn't seem like there's a big CGI budget or any other budget. There's no animatronics or anything.
No, I can see. Yeah, you can tell it's not cheap to produce.
Yeah.
You can tell it's well done because the level of detail that they do on this. It's from.
He's fanboying. Listen,
I know. I start kind of going into one of these, Severance modes, and I just love it so much.
And listen, Jimmy, as soon as I find a really killer story about one of your favorite games that you like to, game out on, I'm going to bring you those details too.
Thank you so much, Deborah. I appreciate that.
Or like Happy Gilmore too. I could say all those golfers' names that you like.
Yeah. You're losing half a pizza. You just lost half a pizza. We're now 1.5 pizza party, not a full 2 pizza party.
And that concludes your JCS News.
407-916-1041. Text us.
What was that?
At 7. That was a cartoon dog leaving the scene quickly. That's what that was. There he is. He's hauling ass, getting out of Dodge. It's too nice outside. He's leaving too.
Exactly.
He's like the rest of us. We want to be outside.
Just grab your jacket. It's a little chilly.
All right, let's take a little break. We'll come back and do Sink or Sail and Embers only right after this.
Get ready to text your vote for Sink or Sail. Coming up next on the Jim Colbert Show.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Good afternoon. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. Absolutely beautiful today, sun shining bright, but on the cooler side, our high close to 70. With a lighter breeze, it'll feel pretty darn nice if you're standing in the sunshine. But you know what? Tonight it's going to cool down. We're looking at the 40s tonight. Tomorrow warming up into the mid-70s for our Saturday and then middle 80s by Sunday. In fact, next week we'll be in the mid and upper 80s for Monday. That's when we have a chance for a few showers. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Shop Mattress Firm's Upgrade Your Sleep sale. See a sleep expert and get matched with your perfect bed so you sleep better at night. You'll even get 120 nights to love it or your money back. Restrictions apply.
Man, the real estate market trends are a very local thing. Market conditions and trends vary greatly from one area to another. You need to remind yourself that because here in Central Florida, you really aren't affected by the rest of the real estate world out there. You're really not. You may hear some stuff about real estate elsewhere in the U.S., but here in Central Florida, if you have a home, still selling for top dollar. And that's why you need a really good real estate company, an elite team of sellers to make sure you get top dollar for your home if you're selling. That is the Nickley Group. These guys are awesome. On average, they sell their homes for about 6% more than their competitors, and they sell those homes twice as fast as well. And when you consider their VIP program and other things they offer as a realtor, it's almost kind of unfair to other realtors here in Central Florida. Matter of fact, their VIP program, free appraisals, free home warranties, free moving trucks and supplies. They even have a thing called the Love It or Leave It guarantee that if you're not satisfied with your purchase within the first year, they'll relist it for free. And on their website, you can actually get a guaranteed cash offer for your home. Let's say you want to cash in for sure, but you don't want to deal with the process of showing your house or doing any of that. They got that for you, man. Guaranteed cash offer, no showings, no open houses, and you can close that deal in just 14 days. So what are you waiting for? If you want to get max value for your real estate, or if you want to find that dream home, the Nickley Group has you covered. These guys are awesome. It's the NickleyGroup.com. That's NICKLEY Group.com.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-777-1979. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well.
you may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-777-1979. That's 800-777-1979. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-777-1979. 800-777-1979.
Why go to just another sports bar when you can go to Crush Yard? The food, amazing. The drinks, top shelf. Craft beers, a gajillion of them. And then the big surprise, pickleball. All indoor on pristine new courts. So that's it, right? Wrong, because we've also got ping pong, cornhole, and a full arcade for the kids. So, Kissimmee, when the temps rise, cool off with the best food, games, and fun at the hottest new spot in town. Visit crushyard.com and follow us on social for details. See you down at the yard.
Call for a ride share. Hop on an airboat. Dust off those rolly snakes. It doesn't matter how you get to McDonald's, just as long as you hurry. Because now, for a limited time, 2 favorites are back. The Daily Double and Hot and Spicy McChicken for only $4.49. This deal won't last, especially on a classic like a Daily Double. 2 100% beef patties seasoned to perfection and melty American cheese. What are you waiting for? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
A meal at McDonald's brings my family closer together. And now, that same meal helps bring other families closer together. When we order a family bundle deal that has 40 crispy chicken McNuggets and 2 large fries, McDonald's donates 50 cents to local Florida Ronald McDonald House Charities chapters, providing a home away from home so families can stay close to their child during medical care. We can also round up our order, and the extra will get donated. Food, family, and helping others. What could be better? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Yo, it's Angel from the Monsters. You want a big green egg? For the lowest prices anywhere, you got to go to my friends, Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up your big green egg so that you are cooking before they leave. Follow Wassie's Meat Market on Instagram or go to wassiesmeatmarket.com for your big green egg today.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
It's tax season. By now, we're all a bit tired of numbers, but here's one you need to hear. $16.5 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud last year. Now, here's a good number, $100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed. Save up to 40% in your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. That's LifeLock.com, promo code CLAY. Terms apply.
Miss part of the show? The Jim Colbert Show on demand. Available on the free iHeartRadio app.
Move aside and let the man go through. Let the man go through.
It's time for Sink or Sail. If you think this song is yacht rock, text SAIL to 77031. If not, text SINK.
Sink or Sail, brought to you by Core Flooring. More on that in a bit. This was a request on Captain's Log Radio. It's a cover version of a well-known Eagles song, Desperado. This is the version by Linda Ronstadt.
Oh.
Is it yacht rock?
Goodness.
Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? You've been out riding fences for so long now. Oh, you're a hard one, but I know that you got your reasons. These things that are pleasing you will hurt you somehow. Don't you drive the queen of diamonds, boy, she'll beat you if she's able. The queen of hearts is always your best bet.
It's too sad.
You know, the Eagles.
That sign says it all.
Yeah, the Eagles weren't the Eagles her backing band for a while?
Yeah, so that's super interesting.
Yeah.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, Don Henley and Glenn Fry met at the Troubadour, Phil being the backup band for Linda Ronstadt.
I'd never heard that before.
Desperado is the album, and this is the song and the album title of the Eagles' second album in 1973.
Yep.
And this song is the first time Don Henley and Glenn Fry collaborated songwriting. So
wow.
They wrote this song, then they wrote Tequila Sunrise like a week later, right? So they all had the music they've been working on for their life for their debut album. And so Desperado, the album, is the first time Don Henley and Glenn Fry collaborated on a lot of the music. Now, still friends with Linda Ronstadt, she covers this song the same year in 1973, which Don Henley says brought out bigger attention to the Eagles and their version as well.
Yeah, because she was already a gigantic star. The Eagles were just kicking it off.
Yeah. And she was still on the rise, but definitely ahead of the guys there.
And the Eagles actually, they were kind of known as almost like a country folk rock band at first. They really kind of leaned more country than they did rock and roll. So
you know what?
Their identity hadn't even been formed when this record was out.
No, but
it just started.
Actually, this record is what really put them in that country slot almost, because that first album was definitely soft rock or just rock at the time.
Yeah.
But it definitely, and the record company was not thrilled that it was a Western themed album.
Yeah.
You know, because it kind of pins down your genre. And they wanted it a little more mass appeal.
And you think about what was happening at that time. Zeppelin.
Yeah.
You know, Floyd.
Yeah.
All those bands were like blowing. Aerosmith. All those bands were gigantic at the time with big, hard, huge arena rock sounds. And then the Eagles come along and do a version of this. I mean, the Eagles version of the song is unbelievable. I'm not a big fan of this one. It's a little bit more solemn than I would have on Anywhere. Like, this more sounds like it should be at a funeral rock.
Yeah.
Than...
So I'm going to put you down for no on Is It Yacht Rock?
I'm a sink on this one, big dog.
Okay, so we are going to refresh. We're going to see how the people have voted so far today. And they are, oh, wow. Wow, let me check the results here. Oh, no, it's definitely sinking.
Yeah. 100%. Cross-check, carry the 4, divide by pi, sink.
Even on Sunday, it sunk by just a few votes.
Really?
But it sunk. But no, beautiful song.
Yeah, no question. I mean, that's not the point, though. The point is it a yacht rock song?
And that's what I like. People get that.
Yeah.
You know, at first, people felt like, oh, if I like the song, I can't vote sing.
Right.
They felt like somehow they were betraying the music. But
Not at all. This listener said it's Throw Yourself Overboard song.
It makes me want to mix a drink, but also to put transmission fluid in it. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031.
Shout out to Core Flooring Center, our sponsor for Seeker Sale each week. And thanks, Corey. Man, I absolutely love the new floors in my home. Man, every time I walk on them, I'm just like, this is so much better. It's one of those things I did for my home where I look at it and said, I could have done this 10 years sooner.
Right.
Just replacing a couple carpets with some laminate, but it's more than laminate. Whatever your flooring needs, Corey at Core Flooring Center, wood floors. They also do carpeting, but vinyl, and just so much. Go see what he can do for you. A portion of all sales are donated to Save a Pet Rescue, and he will also beat any price you find. So if you have a quote for flooring, take it to Corey, and he's going to beat that. You find him online at coreflooringfl.com.
Thanks, Corey. We appreciate that very much, buddy. Good job. Thank you again. Let's do Embers only.
Now, it's time to explore the world of cigars, spirits, and other things that make life worth living. This is Embers Only.
Embers Only brought to you by our good friends over at Corona Cigar Company. 3 of these beautiful lounges right here in Central Florida, downtown, Heathrow, Sand Lake Road. They got a couple on the West Coast, Sarasota and Tampa. Of course, they're always online at coronacigar.com. And when you go to these lounges, I hate even saying stores. It's so much
is
more
more,
than
yeah.
a store. It's a lounge because it's full of these beautiful leather-bound chairs that you can just kind of while away a few hours, smoking a nice cigar, having something nice to drink. That's the other thing. Not only do they have the finest selection of cigars in Orlando, they also have one of the finest selections of spirits in all of Orlando as well. Hard-to-find bourbons, scotches, tequilas, rums, all great sipping spirits for your cigar experience, and the great employees to direct you to where you kind of need to be. If you're a beginner, they got you covered. If you're a seasoned smoker, they really got you covered with some super hard to find stuff. That's all right there at the lounges at Corona Cigar. Love those guys. You will as well. Again, that's coronacigar.com. All right, let's get into a cigar I've never had before.
What?
Yeah, sometimes they'll double these things up on us because they're very popular. They want to, offer them again. But I've never had this one before. I actually had my very first one this afternoon downstairs.
Oh, I got it. Is it a bubblegum cigar?
It's not a bubblegum cigar.
Was it leathery?
It was not leathery.
Chocolatey?
It was a little chocolatey.
Was it chewy?
Spicy.
It was not spicy. It was a little chewy because it's a nice fresh cigar. What we have here is the Quorum Classic Robusto Cigar Bundle. Here's another great deal for another great cigar. And you can earn 3 times reward points on any Quorum Cigar Bundle in our online and in store. So sometimes when they do those bundles for the reward points, it's only online. This one, you can get in there. 20 cigars, only $47.
Whoa.
$47. And what you get here is a handmade Nicaraguan by J.C. Newman cigar, mild to medium body profile. I would say it's more medium. Super rich tobacco flavor. Ecuadorian sun-grown wrapper. The minute you light it up, you'll wonder why these cigars cost that much, and that's exactly what I did. Nice little Robusto cigar. Razor sharp burn. Rich, nutty flavors. It does have a bit of that cocoa in there, but what I got more than anything is a really nice, rich flavor. It was full. In other words, the entire draw wasn't wispy. It wasn't too much. It wasn't too, sometimes it can get kind of a gummy when they get very strong. This was a perfect medium balance. Absolutely loved it. And at $47 for 20 cigars, there's no way you can lose. Like, that's one of the best deals out there. So go grab it. It is the Quorum Classic Robusto Cigar Bundle, and it is your cigar of the week. And don't forget, 3 times reward points if you buy these in store or online. So go grab them. Again, it's the Quorum Classic Robusto Cigar Bundle, and it is your cigar of the week. Big thanks to our guys over at Corona Cigar. Again, downtown Heathrow, Sand Lake on the West Coast, Tampa, Sarasota, and always online, shipped right to your house at coronacigar.com. Thanks, guys. We appreciate that very much. Let's take a little break. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show. PTK up next.
You're listening to the Jim Colbert Show. It's like a text message with your voice. The talkback feature on the free iHeartRadio app. Follow Real Radio 104.1, tap the microphone, and speak.
A new crash just popped up at Narcoossee Road north of 417. I'm not sure what it's blocking, but it's going to slow you down just a couple of minutes. It's slow on westbound 4 between Princeton and Ivanhoe Boulevard, that is. That's going to cost you an extra couple of minutes. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Trip Line at 1-866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Tammy Bennett.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Get the meal deal you really want. Wawa's $5 Big Breakfast Deal gets you any sizzly breakfast sandwich, any size hot or iced coffee, and a hash brown for just $5. Mornings made easy. Gotta have a Wawa.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Life is full of uncertainties, but finding the right lawyer shouldn't be one of them. At TK Law, we believe divorce doesn't have to tear your family apart. Our collaboratively trained attorneys work to help guide you through the process with solutions that protect what matters most: your family, your future, and your peace of mind. With the right guidance, you can move forward with confidence. Find a lawyer that truly cares. Visit onefirmforlife.com to learn more about your options today. TK Law, one firm for life.
Love, love, love this stuff. I was completely amazed and so grateful. Something finally worked. Now we both use Blue Emu whenever we need relief.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. You know we've got 3 area locations, so no matter where you live, we're just a short drive away. And 3 locations means 3 times the cars. We've got the exact Kia you're looking for in stock and ready to roll. And you can drive home your new Kia today with interest rates as low as 0% for 72 months. We want to see you in a Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com.
Qualified applicants through KFA. 0 down, $1,388 per 1,000 borrowed for 72 months has 0% APR financing. Plus tax, title license, $899 dealer, and $249.50 dump fee. Expires 4/5/25.
Now through March 31st, get great deals on everything you need for your lawn and garden at Tools Ace Hardware. Miracle Grow Potting Mix, Sunnyland Fertilizers, and Mulch are all on sale. Tools Ace Hardware's helpful associates have the answers to all of your lawn and garden questions and will gladly load up your mulch, soils, and fertilizers for you. Also, check out the biggest sale ever from Steel Outdoor Power Equipment at Tools' 11 full-line steel locations, or bring in your equipment for a quick tune-up for the season. Tools Ace Hardware's 13 convenient locations in Central Florida, or you can shop online at acehardware.com for free in-store pickup or delivery.
I'm Rebecca. I was injured in a car accident and hired one of the big TV law firms. They sent me to an injury clinic that I felt just wanted to make money off me. I needed an attorney and doctors who cared about me. I called attorney Glenn Klausman, and he helped me get the best doctors who really helped me. I was extremely pleased with my settlement. He also got me $10,000 for vet bills for my dog that was injured in the accident, and he did that for free. Call attorney Glenn Klausman at 407-917-1718. That's 407-917-1718. Glenn Klausman, office, Winter Park.
For a limited time at Verizon, you can get our best price ever for a single line. Just $45 per month when you bring your phone, which is less than you spend on Too Tired to Cook takeout every week. Get 1 line on Unlimited Welcome for $45 per month with AutoPay plus taxes and fees. Visit your local Orlando Verizon store by April 2nd to save. $20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on Unlimited Welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply.
It's tax season. By now, we're all a bit tired of numbers, but here's one you need to hear. $16.5 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud last year. Now, here's a good number, $100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed. Save up to 40% in your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. That's LifeLock.com, promo code CLAY. Terms apply.
I used to think, just one more hit, one more drink. I'll quit tomorrow. It was always tomorrow. I fell back into the same habits, looking for answers in drugs and alcohol. Recovery's a journey, a daily choice. And this time I have support. I was nervous, but once I called 407-RECOVER, it was easy to get help. I'm proud of myself for changing my life. Own your recovery today. Call 407-RECOVER.
Sponsored by Central Florida Cares and the State of Florida Department of Children and Families.
Mom and Dad seemed different after a European-style holiday on MSC Cruises.
Call us Cloud and Yvette.
The ship had restaurants, shops, and nightlife.
La Galleria.
And of course, American touches, like an aqua park and a sweets shop.
American je ne sais quoi.
Mom, you're from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Kevin.
Book now and save up to 35% off, plus kids sail free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
That's right, guys. Time for another Primetime Kitchen here on Real Radio 104.1 of The Jim Colbert Show, featuring our good buddy Fayez Carr from the Orlando Weekly. He is the restaurant critic over there. We'll get to Fayez here in just 1 second. First things first, big thanks to our friends over at Tools Ace Hardware. Guys, 'tis the season. Man, if you have a back porch, back patio, backyard, that is where you want to be right now. You know, weather's long. The days are a little bit longer. You got a nice grill out there, a Weber, Traeger, maybe a big green egg, maybe one of those great pizza ovens, some of that polywood furniture out there to set up your patio perfectly to enjoy this nice mild weather before the heat hits us. Tools Ace Hardware is the spot to do that. They have everything you need. On top of the grills, all the great marinades and rubs and all the great cooking woods and pellets, all of that stuff right there. Plus brand new models from Traeger and Napoleon as well. Love these guys. 13 locations all throughout Central Florida. Find yours at toolsacehardware.com. Guys, good and loud for our friend, Mr. Fayez Cara.
Yay! Woo!
What up, dude?
So kind, so kind.
What up? How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, except for these allergies.
Yeah. Pretty bad for you, huh?
Oh, man. I just blew my nose before I
Thank you. Appreciate
came
you.
on the air.
Yeah. You know, Deb had just shared a little something earlier saying that, I don't know what agency it was. They said that this is going to be one of the worst years for allergies in a while.
Yeah, that's pretty much in keeping with this year.
Yeah. Do you have to deal with that in Canada? I don't really know much about the fauna. Is it flora and fauna? What is that? Yeah. Up there in Canada.
Flora. Yeah, I'm also allergic to fauna too. I mean, anywhere, honestly, anywhere it seems now that anywhere that things bloom, I'm allergic to. I never had allergies before until I moved to Florida, but yeah, it's worse. It's definitely the worst here.
Is it?
Yeah,
I
think so.
Yesterday it was the list came out and said Wichita, Kansas was the worst place, and then we kind of scoffed at that a little bit until the end of the show when we have a listener who actually is in Wichita, Kansas, and said it was the worst, confirming right there in real time. I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to move to an arid climate, but then that dry air just gets to me even worse.
Yeah.
It just completely
dries you out,
evaporates any sense of moisture from my innards, and
that's a bad place to have them taken. By the way, your innards there. Fayez joining us, of course, from the Orlando Weekly. We'll tell you how you can find out everything he writes about the great culinary scene here in Central Florida. Let's get started with it. The review is always first. I'm going to take a shot at this, the name of this restaurant, buddy. So, Jack, prepare yourself accordingly.
I'm ready.
Gyokatsu.
Oh, very good, Jim.
Very nice.
Very well done.
All right.
I thought you were Japanese there for a second.
It's Gyokatsu Rose. What is Gyokatsu Rose?
Gyokatsu Rose. Okay, so this is an 8-seat counter operation inside East End Market. It's by Sonny Wen, the guy behind Domu and Tori Tori and Ito Boy, and it specializes in gyokatsu, which are breaded beef cutlets, okay, that are flash fried and then presented to the customer to finish off on a tabletop hot stone grill. It's served with a variety of sides. You get, you get like a potato salad, and you get a cabbage salad. You get rice. You get a couple of dipping sauces. There's pickled greens. And you get all of this stuff for like $29. You get $29 for 4.5 ounces of this beef cutlet. Now, Sonny Wen is saying that this isn't just a beef cutlet, that this is wagyu, and it's a proprietary cut that he's getting from a supplier, and it has a marbling score of between 6 and 8.
Damn.
And just to give people out there an idea what that means, if you have a marbling score anywhere between 8 and 12, that's what A5 Japanese wagyu has. So the acme of beef, it's very melt in your mouth, very lush, very buttery. You barely have to cook it. So a marbling score between 6 and 8 is pretty damn good. It's still very marbled. It should be very lush, very, again, buttery, melt in your mouth. Only here it wasn't, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
Yes, as my friend said, that it's about 6 to 8 points too high on that marbling score. I thought that was funny. Anyway,
he made himself laugh.
He wasn't wrong, because you might be able to even tell in that photo that you're showing on YouTube right now. But
too red.
But there's little to no fat. Marbling distribution in that meat. It's a very lean cut of beef. It's a good cut of beef. It just doesn't eat or taste or feel like wagyu at all. And if anyone out there has ever had A5 wagyu or even A4 wagyu, it's a very high grade Japanese
You'll never
beef.
forget it.
You'll never forget.
You'll never forget
It's
it.
not. Yeah, it's like you're eating some kind of flesh that then just
Yeah,
melts,
yeah.
and So this is not that. And I understand that Sonny, he's trying to meet a certain price point. Like I said, it's $29 for 4.5 ounces or so. If he were to be offering a higher cut of wagyu, it would be probably 3 times that price.
Yes.
So I mean, but thing is, I like the idea of him maybe offering that, because when you say you're offering wagyu, and people who've never had wagyu before go here and try this meat, and then they go to a place like, I don't know, like Palm Beach Meats, for example, that sells actual, Japanese full blood wagyu, they'll say, well, I just paid $28 at Yatsu Rose. Why should I pay like, twice or 3 times the amount for this? You know what I mean? So this really shouldn't be people's first foray into wagyu, because I think it might actually taint your perception of what wagyu truly is. This was really my only critique of this place. I thought this was very enjoyable, very tasty. I found that for this particular cut of beef, you had to cook it longer, because the first time I went, I tried to cook it to a medium rare, even medium, and the texture just didn't seem right to me. And the second time I went, I cooked it a little longer, up to a medium well, or until the edges crisped a little bit, and I found it was a lot more flavorful. So just something to note if people do decide to go to East End Market and try Yatsu Rose out. And by the way, last week, this restaurant that's been open now for about 9-10 weeks was added to the Michelin Guide, and that was, again, you weren't here last week, Jim, but I was again calling out the fact that a place that's only been open for like 2.5 months or so, should not be included.
Yeah. That's a bit much. I would agree with that as well. All right, let's move on. Yatsu Rose maybe needs a little bit of growing before we get over there and try everything out, right?
Well, I think he just needs to offer a premium cut of wagyu. I mean, I would pay for that. I would certainly would want that. And it doesn't need to be A5, because you don't want it just to melt. And it might be a little tougher to bread something like A5, and flash fry it before serving it to the customer to finish off. So, but still, a nicer cut of wagyu would I think serve it well.
And even when you said that they flash fried it or even breaded it with A5, I mean, that seems like that's like that's like making a cocktail with a top level bourbon. It's one of those things you don't really do. Why would you do that? Why would you flash? Why would you flash fry a piece of beef like that when you're just supposed to sear it a little bit on both sides and just enjoy it like that?
Exactly. And now he's saying this is a proprietary cut. If he served like an Australian wagyu, which is a crossbreed wagyu, it's a Japanese cow with like an Angus cow, you'd get both of that. You'd get the lush flavor, and you'd get the steaky texture of the beef. So offering Australian, a little higher price, I would pay for that.
All right, let's move on to Tamale Kitchen, Modern Mexican Kitchen and Bar, or Tamale Co. Modern Mexican Kitchen and Bar. I thought they were already open. It says this opens this weekend. I thought these guys were already in.
Yeah, so they are at the Hourglass District, but this, they took over the Mid-Dive Drive location.
Oh, that's right,
in College Park, right?
Yeah.
And they were actually planning on opening for Cinco de Mayo. And they've actually opened ahead of time, which is rare. You never see a restaurant open before before the anticipated date. But they're actually going to open tomorrow. So if you're in the area of College Park, try their food. It's great. They have obviously great tamales, but they're also going to have full cocktail bar too. So check them out tomorrow. I know we're a little pressed for time, so I thought I'd just mention 2 other quick openings.
Sure, yeah.
In addition to Tamale Co. Modern Kitchen and Bar in College Park, Noir Bar in the North Quarter. Noir Bar is is sort of like a secret bar that you get to through Tale, which is another recently opened seafood-leaning Thai-inspired restaurant. And Noir Bar will specialize in Thai-inspired cocktails as well as small plates. And it's a very striking space. It's gold and black, and and they open tonight. So if people out there want to try the newest, head to the North Quarter. I believe it's 861 North Orange Avenue, and try Noir Bar out. And then the other one I wanted to mention really quickly is a place called Geo 82. And Geo 82 is a new lounge that's going to open inside Spaceship Earth at Epcot. And it's going to open sometime this year. And they're promising innovative cocktails and globally inspired small plates as well. like it's all great and well that they're making use of spaceship Earth. They're going to have views of the lagoon and the gardens, everything. But I always thought that it would be really cool if they opened up like a themed lounge or restaurant inside spaceship Earth, and it would be themed around what Disney thought the future would be back in 1982.
You think
you ever rode Spaceship Earth back in the day?
Yeah, sure.
Remember that ride? Yeah. I want that. I want a theme on that now.
Yeah, I remember riding the Carousel of Progress and thinking, no, that's never happening.
And it did, because
like 6 years later.
We all have jetpacks.
Yeah, we all have jetpacks. And we all watch TV out of thin air. It's certainly what it is. Okay, very good. All right, you ready? Let's get you kidnapped today. What do you say?
Yeah, I made time for it.
All right,
I
very
zipped
good.
through all that news.
Yeah, we only have a few minutes here, but we'll get you. So here's the deal. This is not going to seem like a kidnapping. It really isn't, because I've made plans with you, and I'm coming over to pick you up because I have a big surprise, right? So I call you up, I drive by the house, you come out, you grab, you get in my truck there, and we get going down the road, no problems whatsoever. And as we're going down I-4, headed out to, I won't say where yet, but we're just headed out where.
I wouldn't trust him, Fayez.
I see the exit coming up, and I speed up a little bit. Here's why.
Here we go.
Because what I've done that week is I've tried to calculate just how fast I have to go so that when I kick you out of my truck, that you will roll all the way to the exit, right to the stoplight, which is where I want to stop. So that's what happens. We get going, let's say about 75. I open the door and literally kick you out of my truck, and you just start tumbling. Right, head over feet, head over feet, head over feet. Then you come to a complete stop. You are a bloody, crumpled mess. A bloody, crumpled mess. And I get my dirty golf towel out, and I dry you off. I pick you up. You do have some broken bones. You are bleeding from numerous places. But I look at you, and I shake you conscious, and I go, take me to the best sandwiches in Central Florida. Where would I go for the best sandwiches in Central Florida? I want something out of the box, something unique and ordinary. Where are those spots?
That was very, very tame by comparison.
Are you
to your
disappointed?
Other kidnappings, Jim. Yeah, there's no violation. There's no.
I've got to do some research on different ways to kill you.
Yeah,
I'll come up with it next week.
No diddling.
No diddling yet. No. That comes up later.
My secret no places seem to be intact.
Yeah, your no places are perfectly fine right now.
Very tame. Oh yeah. So I'll just pop right up. What do you want? Sandwiches.
Yeah, sandwiches. Man. Everybody likes a good sandwich, and I think we all kind of get played out in the same places. You hear about the same stereotypical spots, and since Palm, when Palm kind of went down, I think anything that would be kind of considered a unique sandwich outside of a few places kind of died on the vine, and now she's back a little bit. But where would you go?
There is so many sandwiches. So many good sandwich places in town. So just recently, for example, we talked about J'adore, the French bakery up in the Altamont Longwood corridor.
Yes.
They make amazing French sandwiches. They're making 2 different kinds of baguettes in-house. Amazing sandwiches. Mama Napoli, we talked about them on the show too. Their focaccia sandwiches are unreal. They're absolutely amazing. Mama Napoli is in Winter Park. Stasio's, speaking of Italian sandwiches, Stasio's, another, all these places, you cannot go wrong with it in any of these. Stasio's is in the Milk District.
Let me throw it in there because I want to make sure he gets a hit because he is a kind of a culinary legend on the cusp of when all of this started blowing up. I would say go to Hinckley's Fancy Meats and get yourself a beef on weck or any one of his anything with duck bacon on it, any of that stuff. I mean, Matt's a genius and his stuff is unbelievably good.
100%. Hinckley's Meats, great sandwiches. I'm telling you, we have no shortage. Milk District as well. There's badasses sandwiches.
Yeah.
Also, they really took that, the better sandwich to new heights. I mean, they're boffo crazy sandwiches.
And if you want an old school Philly, like a cheesesteak, I would say La Spada's up on Lee Road right there. Just been there forever. I think anything from them is good, but their cheesesteaks are kind of legendary. Cheesesteak subs.
Art Sandwich Shop has been open for like 53 years. They make decent cheesesteaks and all kinds of hot sandwiches. Banh Mi Boy inside the market.
Man, any of the banh mi spots there on the corner of 50 and 1792, dog. Though, there are some Paris banh mi there. And if you haven't had a banh mi sandwich, you really need to get down there and grab one. People believe it because it's the name. It's not approachable, but those sandwiches are so delicious. And I bet if everybody out there, every good old boy listening to us, who likes just ham and cheese sandwiches, had a banh mi sandwich, sandwich, they would never look at a sandwich the same way.
Yeah. Y'all need to go and try some Domino's sandwiches.
Bao King, would you
That
consider?
was my Southern.
Yeah,
Pretty good, huh?
Baos are sandwiches, right?
What's that?
A bao is a sandwich, right?
A bao can be a sandwich. Like a burger can be a sandwich. It's a burger sandwich, a bao sandwich.
Yeah.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
I mean,
Hot dog.
a Paris banh mi. There's tortas el rey for Mexican type sandwiches on those bolillo rolls.
Oh man, yeah.
Cubans on the run up in Castleberry.
Yeah. Been there forever. That's good. Dip that in. Got to get the black bean soup to dip the sandwich in though, and you have to get their in-house hot sauce.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what I would do is I would get that back in the day, Fayez, and I would open up the foil. The sandwich would still be hot and pressed, and I would make a little pocket with my foil. I would kind of create a little pool, and I would pour my hot sauce there, and then I would get my black bean soup, and I would literally dip it in the black bean soup, and then a little dip in the hot sauce, and then in you go. And it's a good-sized sandwich as well, and really kind of an affordable sandwich. We used to eat those things all the time because there was a Cuban sandwiches to go on Lee Road for a while when the station was over there, and we had a good relationship with them, and I ate a bunch of those. They're damn good.
Beefy King should do something like that, like a dip. You know, I know they have the different sauces, but get that Beefy King sandwich into a dip. Yeah, that'd be great. Grilled cheeses is another one.
Oh
there.
yeah,
Great grilled cheese
over
sandwiches.
Winter Park. Yeah, so good.
And I mentioned this also on the show. Palm Beach Meats. Their wagyu sando. Oh my God, they are so good.
Really? Damn, dude.
Oh yeah. Oh
Damn.
yeah. Go to Palm Beach Meats. You don't have to go and spend like the $100 on a Japanese Wagyu sandwich, but try the Australian Wagyu sandwich. Oh my God, it is so good.
Awesome, man. Well, we'll take that for you for sure, man. Thanks a lot, buddy. It's always good seeing you guys. Give it up good and loud for Mr. Fayez Cara.
Yay! Woo!
And again, it's Fayez Cara on Instagram. You can go to OrlandoWeekly.com. Check out the tip jar. He writes it every single week. That's all the information that's happening as he writes it right there in the Orlando Weekly. Would you agree, sir?
Yes, I would, sir.
Okay, very good.
So polite on the show today.
All right, well,
it's so out of place.
Get some Claritin, and we'll see you soon.
Okay.
All right, buddy. There he is, Fayez Cara. All right, 407-916.
Have a good weekend, Fayez.
1041. Text us 77031. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show right there. Thanks for joining us for Primetime Kitchen, brought to you by our friends over at Tools Ace Hardware. Look, guys, when you're dialing in your backyard for those special days, Tools has you covered with the best grills out there, Weber, Traeger, and, of course, Big Green Egg. All the accessories you need, all the smoking wood you need, rubs, marinades, everything to make that outdoor experience amazing. You know, those family experiences are extremely special. Make sure you're doing it right with one of these great grills from our friends over at Tools Ace Hardware. With 11 locations in Central Florida, chances are you're right around the corner from your next dream grill. Find yours today at toolsacehardware.com.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's an accident on Narcoossee Road just north of 417. Some slow traffic westbound on I-4 between Princeton Street and Ivanhoe Boulevard. And road construction has the right lane of Silver Star Road eastbound closed between Princeton Street to Mercy Drive for some drainage installation and curb gutter and sidewalk work. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 1-866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Tammy Bennett.
This report is sponsored by FreshFromFlorida.com.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting FreshFromFlorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Hey, everybody, make the most of your spring with a visit to the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Man, this is the only place where you can meet an astronaut, touch a moon rock, stand nose to nose with the real Space Shuttle Atlantis, and so much more. And guys, I'm telling you, if you haven't been over in a while, you got to slide over and check it out. This really is the story of NASA from the beginning until like right now. And if you haven't seen the Atlantis display, I don't know that you can feel more patriotic than you do when that thing comes to the end there. It is such an incredible experience. And that's just one of many experiences. The other thing, most of this stuff is just like hands-on. You actually get to touch and stick around and kind of hang out with those capsules that you saw on TV for so many years. That's why this place is just great, and that's why it always is in the top of the places to visit here in Central Florida. So get your tickets today and experience something very cool. It's the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Get your tickets at KennedySpaceCenter.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
Hey guys, not feeling like yourself? Visit Game Day Men's Health, one of the nation's largest men's health clinics, specializing in testosterone replacement therapy, ED treatments, medical weight loss, and shockwave therapy, with locations in Winter Park, Lake Mary, and downtown. They can create a customized game plan for you. Set up your free testosterone testing consultation. GameDayMen'sHealth.com. Mention 104.1 and get a second service free when you buy one. Game Day Men's Health, helping men perform and feel their best.
Why go to just another sports bar when you can go to Crush Yard? The food, amazing. The drinks, top shelf. Craft beers, a gajillion of them. And then the big surprise, pickleball, all indoor on pristine new courts. So that's it, right? Wrong, because we've also got ping pong, cornhole, and a full arcade for the kids. So, Kissimmee, when the temps rise, cool off with the best food, games, and fun at the hottest new spot in town. Visit crushyard.com and follow us on social for details. See you down at the yard.
Sunnyside Electric.
Hi, I've got a circuit breaker that keeps popping.
Okay, let me go online to get you scheduled.
That's great. Come on, what kind of a low-tech operation is this?
Here we go.
You've got mail. I should have called Frank Gay.
When you have an electrical problem, you want a licensed and insured technician with the latest tools and technology to complete the job right. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Bring your forecast into focus with West 2 News on CW18 and meteorologist Kellyanne Class.
My focus is on your day, every day.
West 2 News Sunrise on CW18, weekday mornings from 7 to 10.
Only on the CW.
Live all season.
How you like that, baby?
See NASCAR Xfinity superstars Justin Allgaier, Austin Hill, and Sam Mayer.
Let's go win a championship!
Alongside racing's hungriest up-and-comers.
Whoa! Timbers are flaring. Tell him I'm coming for him.
That kid is amazing.
It's the NASCAR Xfinity Series on the CW.
The action continues in Miami, Saturday at 3:30, only on CW18, the exclusive home of the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
Covering Central Florida so you never miss a moment of what's happening. Every night at 10, Michelle Imperato, Jesse Pagan, Darren Stoltzfus, and Chief Meteorologist Tony Manolfi. West 2 News on CW18. Every night at 10.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday?
Life doesn't slow down for anything, especially a broken garage door. Since 2002, Precision Garage Door has been proudly serving the Orlando community. Local and reliable, that's what makes them different. Their vans are fully stocked, so when you call, their fully vetted techs are ready to provide you with same-day service. Whether it's a stuck door or a snap spring, they have you covered right when you need it most. We know a broken garage door can't wait, which is why we're always prepared to help by keeping our vans fully stocked. Call Precision Garage Door today or visit them online at PrecisionGarageDoor.com. Precision Garage Door. Garage doors done right.
College basketball back in the spotlight. March hoops will have everyone talking.
You think you know what's going to happen, but it never goes as scripted.
Lock in Fox Sports Radio as your #1 preset on the iHeartRadio app for the hottest takes.
We're going to have a 72-team tournament in the next couple of years.
And complete tournament coverage. Plus, binge on-demand podcast with The Dan Patrick Show, The Herd with Colin Cowherd, and more. From tip-off to the final buzzer. Search college basketball on the iHeartRadio app to stay in the know.
Savings Mania on used cars. Now from $58.88 at OrlandoNissan.com.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
About a year or so ago, you guys brought up the topic of if Elon Musk was good or evil, and people were comparing him to a real-life Tony Stark. At that point, I said that Elon was one altruistic flying Kryptonian away from becoming full-on Lex Luthor. Well, I was slightly wrong. We didn't need the Kryptonian. He full-on did become Lex Luthor. Just needs to shave his head.
Yeah.
Hey, Colbert crew.
Hi.
This is Robbie from Sanford. Got some breaking news. This just in. I made you my #1 preset.
Yay!
Well, there you go.
Thank you, friend.
Thank
Appreciate that
you.
very, very much. Follow his lead. Make us your #1 preset on the iHeartRadio app. And make all the stuff that you like here at Real Radio 104.1. The Monsters, the News Junkie. All of our, for us, it would be like, like segments of the show that you like, whether it be Glenn's segment or Scott's segment or maybe Animal House, whatever the case may be.
Don't forget Good Sauce with Ross and Joe.
Yeah.
It's just a big improvement on the app itself, and to be able to go to that homepage. It's one of 15 things where you can just tap it and immediately goes there.
Yeah.
You don't have to search for it.
And think about when you're streaming, man, the ability to just be able to do that instead of kind of going through all that while you're in your car, you're waiting, you get to a light, you take all that time to go through the app, go through all that. Now you just, boom, you're there.
Yeah.
And you can switch back and forth with no problem whatsoever. So good job, buddy. Thank you so much. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well. Yep. If you'd like to send us a text, that is 77031. If you want to act like those dudes and send talkbacks, you could do that as well. Just go to the iHeartRadio app and use that microphone you see right there in the Real Radio section to send us a comment while you're there, like we say. Make us the #1 preset if you don't mind. Well, it's so funny. Jack asks me every day, what's our question of the day? Sometimes in the morning I'll remember to send it over to him, and other times I will not. But during this last break, we got an
update.
We got a news update. Did you get the same one, by the way?
Oh yeah, it's all over now.
Did you? I know. Did you?
The gloved blue hand.
Well, the funny thing is about this is because Deb does, you heard it here first at the end of the show. So we all get, we're all kind of, I don't want to bite it, but we're all kind of news junkies. We all are. So all of us get notifications to our phone anytime something happens in the world of value. It comes right to our phone so we can talk about it in real time with you guys. And one of the things that just broke is that I want to make sure I have this right. Is the Tiffany in the Tiffany store in the Altamont, or excuse me, in the
Mall at Millennia.
The Mall at Millennia, are they back in possession of the earrings that were stolen?
I don't know if Tiffany is back in possession, but the sheriff's office is, because the guy who misrepresented himself as like an Orlando Magic player or representative snatched those earrings and then proceeded to swallow them.
Yeah.
Did you hear what he had to go through?
I didn't hear what he had to go through, but
I think they call it a dry room, where he's like...
A dry room?
Well, not a dry... I heard this is like a former prisoner who was like, yeah, he's going to be locked into this room where he is going to be made to use the restroom several times throughout the day until they recover.
Yeah, but not into a toilet, right?
No,
obviously.
It's one without a... Like, it doesn't have, like, the
into
usual...
a litter box of some sort?
Yeah. So, all right. This story, you're saying a gentleman went into there's a Tiffany store at Mall of Millennia.
Yes.
Yeah, he went to that private viewing room where they'll bring out pieces of jewelry for you to look at, because, again, he said he was with the Magic.
He was representing a Magic player.
That's what he said he was doing.
And he just said.
They did not vet him. They didn't ask him any questions. They just took him into a room with about $1 million worth of diamond earrings.
Okay.
Then he snatched them and ran.
And then as they're closing in, he pops them in his mouth and swallows them.
He swallowed them.
Ouch.
They x-rayed his body. You could see him right there. He's smiling. And now they have him back. My question to you is obvious.
No.
My question to you is obvious.
No.
Does Tiffany, do they redisplay these earrings and let you guess?
Do they file an insurance claim for diminution of value?
Yeah, absolutely, because they can't sell those again.
Oh, the hell they can't.
They most certainly
can't. Here's what they'll do. They're going to send them up to New York. They're going to have them steamed and cleaned and maybe even reset, because what you're paying for is the tea. Right? Now, these are very nice diamonds, of course, and they are gigantic. $500,000 a piece or something is no joke. And you look at them, they're the size of ping pong balls, right? They're big. But that is definitely not, they're not going to be repurposing those diamonds. Those things are going to be for sale again. But I will tell you, every customer that goes up there looking for earrings, they're going to be asking a whole bunch of questions. Can I smell test these?
Okay, this is interesting. All All right, this is according to WFTV Channel 9. After being in custody, the man was transferred to Orlando February 27th, transported to a local hospital. OPD recovered 3 of the 4 Tiffany & Company earrings, along with 2 other unidentified diamond earrings on March 10th. Is this guy just running around swallowing diamonds?
My goodness, man.
How do you like this for the question of the day? Would you buy jewelry at a really great price if it passed through a human?
Oh, yeah, put that up there. Let me tell you something. If you throw $500,000 of diamonds in front of me or $1 million worth of diamonds in front of me and you charge me like $200K because a dude had them in his colon, I can't get that money out of my pocket fast enough. I am definitely taking that discount. I can repurpose those diamonds elsewhere.
Well, the final of the 4 earrings was recovered on March 12th.
God dang, man.
Just talk about waiting for a blessed delivery.
What did he do? Go to a barbecue fest before he went there?
I'm curious as to the legal precedent that so they just hold him
until he passes them through his system.
He is basically, I guess he would be charged because
it's grand
so
theft.
You can't hold someone for more than 24 hours without charging him.
Yeah.
Right, so they have to charge him with theft.
They scanned him to make sure they were in his body. Then they could charge him with theft.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. And plus, they had ID from him in the store. You can't go in that store without being... Look, before you even walk into the Tiffany store, you're on camera and ID'd. I've been in there. It is.
I haven't. I don't waste my time.
Yeah. I've been in there. I laughingly tried to Christmas shop in there a couple years ago, and I say laughingly. I mean, belt buckles in there are $400. You know, I mean, a Tiffany belt is, it's ridiculous, right? You can get some little trinkets and rings in there for mildly affordable prices, but I mean, it's the bottom of the barrel. It's the stuff they'd give away if you had enough fair tickets at Tiffany. But yeah, it is unbelievably secure. Obviously, it's not, though, but there are a lot of employees there, and it will be secure this year for sure. During Christmas, they have a guard out front, and you're only escorted in as need be, and they only allow so many people into the store at one time. But that's all the luxury stores there, whether it be...
Hell, at least here they let you in. In Paris, they just look at you and go, you can't afford anything in here. We're not letting you in.
Yeah, but
Did you not see the Sheik's daughter just walk by?
Yeah. If you walk that one area of the Mall of Millennia during Christmas, though, almost all of them have an armed guard out front, and they escort you in, and you can only have, like the Louis Vuitton, Hermes, any of the nice shoe stores, Gucci.
I've only been in that mall one time.
Yeah. If you want to really, really freak out, everybody thinks the Gucci and Prada stores are where you go freak out. That's not where you freak out. Go down to the Hermes store. That's where you freak out. That's when you can see a blanket that's $8,000 and pillows that match it that are $2,900 a piece. That's when you and by the way, that's a saddle blanket. That's the blanket you're supposed to put on your horse before you put your $40,000 saddle on it. That is the real money down there in that Hermes store. And they only let like 6 or 7 or 8 people in there per season, shop it there one time during Christmas because it's so grossly expensive. Never bought anything from there either. It's like a cover charge. Cover charge is like $100.
Yeah.
All right, 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. Where are we going to go to here? I want to make sure we get this. There was a smart living one I think is kind of interesting, too. Did you guys see the Florida legislation? They're pushing a bill for a smart living course. I think this is something that's long overdue here in the state of Florida.
Yeah, we actually had talked about it a little bit last week.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, because...
Thought it sounded familiar.
Yeah.
House Bill 1261.
Yeah.
Goes to take place July 1st. That's funny, though, because it would be like it takes place as soon as they leave school.
I know.
I'm sure they just want it for the following season, but how to create a personal budget, how credit works, how to manage debt.
Bravo.
How to file a tax return, home buying process, including home insurance, career readiness, post-graduation paths, creating a resume, all of that. Bravo, like Jack said. Can't be fast enough. Isn't that the stuff that we used to kind of learn in home ec? Isn't that kind of stuff? Back in middle school, when we were in school, in the 7th grade, you had to choose 4. It was usually home ec, cooking, shop class, and
sewing.
Yeah, something like that, right? And then when you became an 8th grader, you could choose just 2 of them, and the class would be longer. I choose wood shop, and I think I chose home ec because I wanted to learn how to type and learn how to run an adding machine and do that, right? And I remember that was a very, very cool thing, and those classes were always packed up, and then all of a sudden they just kind of went away. I don't even know if they do that now in middle schools.
Well, the other education bill that we had talked about was that education leaders bringing back teaching students, not just teaching them cursive, but making sure they know how to write in cursive and can read cursive. Because again, we think it's no big deal, but think of all the times you have to sign your signature.
That's right.
You cannot print it. You have to sign your signature.
Yeah, because they're actually print it and sign it.
Exactly.
Right, that's the whole thing. Yeah, it says right here, the same thing. House Bill 921 is part of this package, and it's grades 2 through 5 learn how to write in cursive.
Yep.
What percentage of our audience do you think cannot write in cursive?
I wouldn't think it's high in our...
No, I think our audience...
You think most everybody?
Fine.
Yeah,
most
cool.
everyone can.
What is the last time you wrote in cursive other than signing your name? When is the last time you wrote in cursive that wasn't a signature?
Pretty much every day when I write the thank you list. The thank you list.
I can't even remember the last time I tried to write something in cursive. I bet if I tried to do it right now, my brain would freeze solid.
You know why? Because we've all tried to decipher your cursive.
Oh, buddy.
And then we have to give it to you, and not even you can decipher your cursive.
I'm not even sure that's cursive.
I'm not sure.
It's a
I've always
hybrid.
thought it was a tremor.
It's a hybrid.
It's not a...
Yeah. It's actually me holding a pen while I have a stroke.
Yeah, it's not a hybrid.
It's not. It's terrifying.
It is. It's a hybrid because some of the letters I will write in cursive because they're easier, and I don't know if you know, lazy. And then some of it I print, and most of it is just because I can read it later.
Right.
One of my family's fun little tricks during the holiday season is going back through my Christmas cards and trying to decipher them. And I swear, because we all keep our Christmas cards. That's like a thing in our family.
Yeah.
I have a drawer in my side table at my bed, and the entire bottom drawer is loaded up with about 20 years of birthday and Christmas cards from my kids, Father's Day cards and stuff for my kids. And they do the same thing, and they will literally try to figure out what I wrote to them. They're like, I think Dad loves me.
Right.
I'm not 100% sure.
And then you read it, and you're like, I think I love you, but I'm not 100% sure.
I gave my mother-in-law a card one time, and she handed it back to me, and she told me, can you please just kind of tell me what this means? She got most of it figured out, but it's a couple of the key words she couldn't get.
Jimmy, I had to do that with the last birthday card you gave me.
Same.
And then you struggled.
Okay.
And then you struggled reading it. You're like, yeah, it says Deb.
Well, when I do that, here, this is all by design. You guys eventually will catch up to me. It's all by design. Because here's what happens. Depending on what kind of mood I'm in, I can tell you whatever it says. Like if I like you that day, it says something very nice. If I think you're being a dick that day, maybe I've been a little critical.
It's like abstract art.
Yeah, exactly. You still don't understand it.
It's a Rorschach test.
Exactly.
You see what you want to see in
It's subjective, Jack.
Always.
407-916-1041. Back in a sec.
This is Real Radio 104.1 on your phone with the iHeartRadio app and on hundreds of devices like Alexa, Google Home, Xbox, and Sonos. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Hey, this is Central Florida Fox 35 Storm Team Meteorologist Noah Bergman here. Beautiful Saturday. Probably not cloudless like Friday was. It'll be about 77, 82 on Sunday with a few clouds in the afternoon. 86 on Monday, very warm, partly cloudy. 82 next Tuesday. Don't think there's any rain next week. It should stay to our north. Probably a couple of clouds early next week, so the cloudless streak will end. Humidity will stay pretty low, too, for next week. Have yourself a great weekend. I'm meteorologist Noah Berggren.
This report is sponsored by 7-Eleven. Spontaneous pizza cravings can happen at any moment, so they've got you covered. Get 2 bigger slices of hot, delicious pizza, plus a Pepsi 20-ounce for just $5 with 7 rewards. Cravings satisfied. Valid through 4/29/25. See app for details.
All right, guys, we have 8 seats left for Harry's Sip and Savor Artisan Cocktail Pairing Dinner going on tomorrow night at Harry's Poolside Bar and Grill right there at the Rosen Center Hotel. Look, you've heard me talk about these for a while. The guys were in here last week with Jack and Deb delivering some of this delicious food. Cannolis. This is a savory cannoli. Mortadella mousse, pistachio crust, salmon roe, black garlic vinaigrette, lamb chops with sun-dried tomato polenta, plantain-crusted halibut, stuffed pork loin, lemon panna cotta, ricotta, and that's just a little of it. Plus, you get a matching cocktail for each of those from our friends over at Bacardi and Heaven Hill. This is the best deal, guys. $75 per person gets you all that food. It's a couple hours just hanging out, eating great food, meeting cool people. So grab your tickets. It will sell out by the end of the day, so jump over now. It's 407-996-3970. The best way to do it is just go to therosencenter.com, go to Harry's Sip and Savor, and click there and get your tickets. And we'll see you tomorrow night at Harry's Sip and Savor Artisan Cocktail Pairing Dinner.
Seminole Hard Rock Tampa is giving away 2 2025 Mercedes-Benz E-Class sedans every Tuesday in March. Earn entries while playing slots and table games March 1st through March 25th. Earn 3 times entries Mondays in March. Plus, receive 1 free entry on each drawing day just by inserting your Unity by Hard Rock card into any slot machine. Not a Unity by Hard Rock member? Sign up today. You'll get a limited edition t-shirt and up to $200 on us. Don't miss the chance to win a 2025 Mercedes-Benz E-Class sedan. Only at Seminole Hard Rock Tampa. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just 1 visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just 1 visit. Call now. 407-337-5569.
Call for a rideshare. Hop on an airboat. Dust off those rolly snakes. It doesn't matter how you get to McDonald's, just as long as you hurry. Because now, for a limited time, 2 favorites are back. The Daily Double and Hot and Spicy McChicken for only $4.49. This deal won't last, especially on a classic like a Daily Double. 2 100% beef patties seasoned to perfection and melty American cheese. What are you waiting for? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
A meal at McDonald's brings my family closer together. And now, that same meal helps bring other families closer together. When we order a family bundle deal that has 40 crispy chicken McNuggets and 2 large fries, McDonald's donates 50 cents to local Florida Ronald McDonald House Charities chapters, providing a home away from home so families can stay close to their child during medical care. We can also round up our order, and the extra will get donated. Food, family, and helping others. What could be better? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. It's tax season. By now, we're all a bit tired of numbers, but here's one you need to hear. $16.5 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud last year. Now, here's a good number, $100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed. Save up to 40% in your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. That's LifeLock.com, promo code CLAY. Terms apply.
ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. In Office Orlando.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Hi there. I've got a clogged drain.
A clogged brain? I have that sometimes.
No, a clogged drain.
Try yoga or drinking tea. Earl Grey is the best.
Earl Grey? No, I'm calling Frank A.
What do they know about tea?
When it comes to clogged drains and plumbing issues, you want a trustworthy, courteous technician that's dedicated to customer satisfaction.
That's the Frank A way.
FrankGayServices.com.
When you enter a place of business, you're owed a legal duty that the place of business is safe for you to shop in. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you suffered an injury at a place of business, our duty is to protect you after that harm. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Colbert crew.
Hello.
You know, Bill.
Yes.
Your favorite tea back in Rockledge.
I want some.
And today we raised a beer to,
What?
What was it? Oh, World Memory Day. Take that ginkgo biloba and just remember to take it. That's the hardest part.
Yeah.
Have a good show, y'all.
Thanks, buddy.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
You guys actually are my number one preset.
Aw.
You're actually my only preset.
Oh.
As a matter of fact, I only use iHeartRadio specifically for Real Radio 104.1. Anywhere I travel.
Thanks, buddy.
That's so cool.
Yay!
Yay!
Hey, real quick about Cursive. I do the same thing, man. The hybrid, like going back and forth from print to cursive. And I don't know where I heard it, but they said that's like a trait of like psychopaths or something like that. So yeah, we might be nuts, man.
Dump that.
Here's the deal. I do the same thing.
Yeah.
But I heard it was a trait of highly intelligent people.
Yeah, I've heard cursing is a trait of highly intelligent people.
And
the
I'm
minute I heard
sticking with that.
I started cursing a lot more.
Yeah.
I want to convince myself I'm smart. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio. If you like the sound of that, that is a talkback. You too, friends, can be part of the program. It's easy. Just go and get that iHeartRadio app. Download that. It's free. Go to the Real Radio section. You'll find it easily. Use that microphone to send your comment over to Jack. We'll get you on the air, man. You can be part of the program. Every day you can do that, by the way. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hello.
You guys got a big weekend plan this weekend? Anything going out there at the big old Mount Dora this weekend and a beautiful day? I mean, I can't imagine there's not something happening out there. We know the Winter Park Art Festival in downtown.
And I just saw, actually, on Orlando Weekly, when we were doing Primetime Kitchen with Fayez Cara earlier, he let me know that the Yardery in Mount Dora should be open.
Yeah, I drove by there the other night.
Does it look cool?
Yeah, it's pretty badass, actually.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to trying that out.
If it would have been a little cooler, we would have gone over and had a drink, or a little warmer. We would have had a drink, but we weren't dressed properly, and it was actually a little cooler than we thought, and the wind was blowing.
Yeah, who would have expected another Last Blast? I'm...
Don't laugh at that. There's zero funny about that.
That was like a jiu-jitsu move. It was
Zero
so great.
funny about
It was
that.
like, "Ka-ching."
It's unfunny.
Got him.
It's funny less.
Got him.
My brother and sister-in-law are actually in town this weekend from Kansas, so I'm going to get to see them and my nephews.
Very nice.
Including my oldest nephew, who just turned 30 years old.
Goodness gracious.
How crazy is that?
I got one turning 28 on Monday.
Oh,
28 years old.
Yeah?
On
Nephew?
Monday. No, my daughter.
Oh, your daughter.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. How does that feel?
I think she's the youngest one, so she's coming up to buff with all the rest of them. Look, I've already kicked myself in the ass so many times over their age. It's ridiculous. I mean, when one of them gets to 25, that's it. You just give up on life. You just give up. You just go, I don't even care anymore. If you turn 50, I don't care. You're just so sick of it. You're just so sick of the clock moving forward and their ages reminding you of that.
Yeah.
It sucks. But now they're adults, and I can do stupid stuff in front of them, and they don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about it affecting them as a child anymore. I don't have to worry about my long-lasting impression anymore. I can just be the douchebag I've always been in front of them now. I don't have to mask anymore.
You've kept them alive.
I can truly be myself in front of my kids now.
That's awesome.
It is great. So last night we got drunk and drove home. I'm joking. We didn't.
That was Wednesday.
Jack, we went trivia last night, and with your absence, we suffered. I'm going to be honest with you. And I hate giving
Not
you
last
compliments.
night, the night before?
Yeah, night before. Yeah,
Okay.
we suffered a little bit at trivia this week.
Really?
Yeah, we were down 2 players. My daughter's boyfriend is not feeling well. He's a little sick, so he couldn't make it up. And then
There goes our international expert.
And then Jack abandoned our team this past Wednesday. So
why, Jack?
And we were in second place going into that last round, and we just got handled in that last round.
Oh.
And I think Jack would have been a deal breaker for us because he's a smart guy, as much as I hate saying
I
that.
appreciate that. Thank you. I get lucky sometimes.
Yeah, you do. You do.
No doubt. Better be lucky than good.
I would agree with that as well. Did you guys see that Florida's trying to pass more laws to empower law enforcement to remove squatters?
Yes.
I think this is another one of these. I got to tell you, man, Florida gets a bunch of really bad reps. Obviously there's some crazy stuff that happens in this state. But some of these decisions are great. And this squatter one is one of the best ones ever. This is the thing. I used to talk to my lawyer friends about this all the time, and I would marvel at the fact that this could even happen. I'm just like, let's just go in there and, put a giant fish hook in their neck and just drag them out by that. And he's like, look, if you go in there and touch them, you're going to jail. I could never have somebody explain why or how that would happen.
And I feel so bad because just last week there was a story about a neighborhood, I want to say it's in Melbourne, that has been dealing with some squatters who have taken over a home there for 4 years. And they said that they have tried and tried. Now, the sheriff's office said, listen, the owner is deceased, and this property is now caught up in the courts.
That's exactly what it is.
So and I was like, 4 years, you can have a group of strangers come into your neighborhood, bust up the house. The one lady said that her teenage son was assaulted by one of the adult males that lives there while he was walking on his way to work.
Absolutely.
And they have no legal recourse. And she said it's so depressing to drive up to your house and see that mess outside.
When it really happened is in 2008 during the downturn. A lot of people lost their houses and they had to move out because those subprime mortgages came due. And of course, when your mortgage goes from $1,400 a month to $3,400 a month, those people are going to leave pretty quickly. But there were so many of those cases that it was caught up in court. So we had a property that we were hired to clear out in Windermere, nice place. And we went out there to clear it, and the guy was there. We knew beforehand that the guy was a troublesome person. And when we went there, he goes, I'm not coming out. You had to go through the procedure just so you could put it on the record that you gave it another shot. And that guy was in that house for, I think, 3.5 or 4 years.
Whoa.
No mortgage, no nothing, did not pay, knew it was wrong. He had this protocol that when he would leave his house, he would do it a certain way as to where the owners, and this is what it was a foreclosure. So the people, when they left, they didn't care about the house anymore. They just got out. Matter of fact, they left a lot of their stuff there, and this guy just kind of came right in. And they couldn't get him out because the house was in this real weird foreclosure thing, and he just stayed there. I've never known anybody that's had to deal with this, but I know Airbnb people had started dealing with it soon. There's a lot of videos online of people who had rented an Airbnb for a night, and when it came time to leave, they just simply wouldn't leave. And I think it's based on the state's laws, based on the squatting thing. But I'm glad to see that Florida is really kind of buckling down and empowering the officers to go in and just literally throw them out on their asses in the middle of the day need be. Like right in the middle of their day, they could do it.
Well, it's especially egregious when you think about the fact that you have families trying to do right, ending up sleeping in their car because they don't have a place to stay.
Right.
But some, no ne'er-do-well will go and squat in someone's house for 4 years, trash the place, make the neighborhood look like crap. Look at what happened in California with those mansions.
Exactly.
That squatters took over and destroyed.
Jack, did you ever deal with anybody like that? Did you ever know anybody that had to deal with a squatter, anybody who had rental property? We thought we were going to have one of our renters at one point try to pull this on us. But thank God the person decided to make another move.
No, but it's stories like that have prevented me from going down that road. Like
that rental property road?
Yeah.
It's a nightmare.
I had my house in Melbourne, and I had this one that was being sold, and I just, every month I would sweat whether they were going to send the rent because I needed it. I had zero cushion at the time.
Right, yeah.
I was,
you couldn't afford for them to miss.
No, one miss I would, but, and finally when it sold, I was glad. But if I was a little more confident in being, a distant landlord, I mean, having that second property, I could have that could have been a couple $100,000 in difference if I held on to it until this point.
Yeah, but I mean that can be a nightmare. I know rental people. I mean, we had a situation up in Daytona with one of our Section 8 houses that we got into a bit of an argument because of a couple things on the property, and the person kind of threatened, well, I don't have to move out of here. And as soon as that person said that, we come from the world of once you show us who you are, we believe you.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can't. There was no threat in that to us. That was a statement to us, and we made the appropriate moves to get that person out of there as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
To avoid a situation like that where we would have to just kind of burn the house down with a minute. Darn accidents. It was started by a space heater, but it was outside. All right, 407.
Well, until I threw it through the window.
Exactly. Covered in gasoline. How did that happen?
Oh, God. But it did. God bless them. Hope they get a nice plot. All right, 407-916-1041. Really interesting story about a measles thing that's going on. You know that Texas measles outbreak?
Yeah.
I think there's more measles cases now in 2025 than all of last year nationwide.
Over 300 cases.
Yeah, 304 cases right now. One of them obviously turned out to be tragic, but it's the nature of the community in which this happened that makes this an interesting question. I'll tell you what that is next.
Download the all-new iHeartRadio app. Make Real Radio 104.1 number one on your presets, and you could win free stuff at upcoming events.
We've got a crash on the Florida Turnpike in the northbound direction at West Colonial Drive or State Route 50. It is blocking, so it'll take you a couple extra minutes to get through that. And at Lake Nona Boulevard at Narcoossee Road, we've got a crash with injuries and a roadblock. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 1-866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Tammy Bennett.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt. It matters who does your taxes. At Jackson Hewitt, expert tax prep is now $149 or less, but only for a limited time. Hurry, book your appointment at jacksonhewitt.com today. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/49-149.
Before you make any move to buy a new home or maybe refinance your existing home, make sure you listen as that mortgage guy, Don, hosts the Home Loans Radio Show right here on Real Radio 104.1 from 9 to 10:30 every Saturday morning. He has been a trusted part of the Real Radio family for years and has helped a few of us realize our own home buying dreams, including myself, and he can do that for you too. It really is peace of mind right there at your fingertips, so don't miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgageguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com.
Total Wireless is made to totally keep up with you. We have unlimited data that never slows you down, covered by the Verizon 5G network, and all for less than $30 a month when you get 4 lines. And the best part, we give you a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G when you switch to the 5G Unlimited or 5G Plus Unlimited plan. Visit your local Total Wireless store today. Total Wireless, we're totally with you. Actual speeds may vary by location. For data management practices, see totalwireless.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here to tell you all about my friends over at FAS Exteriors. I hired these guys to install windows and doors in 2 of my homes right here in Orlando, Florida. They killed it. Not only do they have the great products over there, they also have incredible installation teams. As a matter of fact, the inspector for Seminole County wondered out loud who did the job because it was installed so perfectly. And look, you could get that same service. Their expert team of window and door installers made the entire project seamless from measurement all the way down to the final inspection. And since 2005, FAS has certainly earned their spot as Orlando's top-rated window and door experts. Upgrade your home today with a team that delivers excellence. Just simply visit FASWD.com and trust the leader in windows and doors.
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday? No! Deal directly with Corey, the owner at Core Flooring. He'll beat anyone's price guaranteed. Core Flooring in Winter Park. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
Warning, if you're thinking about surgery to fix your chronic joint pain, stop, because surgery can be risky, painful, and come with a lengthy recovery time. But there is an alternative, a groundbreaking therapy that revitalizes damaged tissue with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. QC Kinetics has successfully treated tens of thousands of patients, freeing them from pain in their knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints. Before you resort to invasive surgery, find out if you're a candidate for this advanced regenerative therapy by calling 689-314-7578. Don't let chronic pain dictate your life any longer, and don't risk surgery. Learn more about the joint pain therapy endorsed by professional athletes and available now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. To find out if you're eligible, request a free consultation from QC Kinetics. You owe it to yourself to learn more about this surgery-free alternative with no drugs and no downtime. Call QC Kinetics today, 689-314-7578. 689-314-7578.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. You know, one of the things that sets us apart from other Kia dealers is how much we can offer for your trade. When you bring us your car, over 40 Greenway dealerships compete for it, ensuring you get the best possible offer, as much as $10,000 over Kelley Blue Book value. So come see how much your trade is worth today, because we want to see you in a Kia. From Greenway Kia, visit greenwaykias.com.
All factory rebates to dealer, negative equity refinanced.
Insurance companies don't want you to hire an attorney so they can pay you pennies on the dollar for your injuries. But I don't cost you a dime unless I get you money. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Don't get pushed around by the insurance companies. Just call Mo.
Bring your forecast into focus with West 2 News on CW18 and meteorologist Kellyanne Class.
My focus is on your day, every day.
West 2 News Sunrise on CW18. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10.
Only on the CW.
Live all season.
How you like that, baby?
See NASCAR Xfinity superstars Justin Allgaier, Austin Hill, and Sam Mayer.
Let's go win a championship!
Alongside racing's hungriest up-and-comers.
Whoa! Timbers are flaring. Tell him I'm coming for him. That kid is amazing.
It's the NASCAR Xfinity Series on the CW.
The action continues in Miami, Saturday at 3:30, only on CW18, the exclusive home of the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
Covering Central Florida so you never miss a moment of what's happening. Every night at 10, Michelle Imperato, Jesse Pagan, Darren Stoltzfus, and Chief Meteorologist Tony Manolfi. West 2 News on CW18. Every night at 10.
Hey guys, it's Eliza. Get ready for me.
Eliza, the Get Ready Tour.
You know when you're eating and you take like one extra bite too much and you can feel yourself gain weight because your bra gets tight? I call it the thickening. Marriage is every morning for the rest of your life, waking up next to someone and having to hear a full report of how that person slept.
March 30th, inside Hard Rock Event Center at Seminole Hard Rock Tampa. For tickets, go to hardrocktampa.com.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Hey guys, happy day. Figured I'd join Teabag on a Friday.
There you go, buddy.
I stand by that not enough people get punched in the mouth. I know violence is not the answer, but if you were allowed to punch a squatter in the mouth, it would solve a lot of this. And after a few, 3, 4, 20 of them get punched in the mouth, people would stop doing it. So, yeah, not enough people get punched in the mouth anymore.
I absolutely despise the fact that people have lost faith in true science, this voodoo science everybody buys into. I even saw this the other day. They're not measles, they're freedom freckles.
Haven't heard that one.
What up, guys? Sport from Duval. I
Duval.
used to date this girl that had an English Mastiff. Beautiful dog.
Yeah.
I mean, you would have really, really appreciated it.
Yep.
But when Fayez started talking about the steak ratings, it reminded me of her because one night we were out and she told me that she was an A5 wagyu piece of meat. And I said, honey, you're more like a flank skank.
Oh,
and I tell you what, I really do miss that dog.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate that very much, as we do every single day. Hope you had a good week of work. As you knock off, just turn us up. We got you all the way to your driveway and preparing you for Smells Like the 90s weekends, all the cool stuff we have going on here all weekend long. Joseph Martin's on Sunday mornings with the legendary Sunday Morning Coming Down show. And, of course, Jack Bradshaw with Captain's Log Radio with his first mate, MissNaomiBradshaw.com.
Indeed.
There you go. All right. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
And Jack is here as well.
Deb?
Well, you know, I get things mixed up sometimes. It happens. A lot going on.
Thing?
It happens.
All right, so
Deb knows. That's why every time you're off and she has to host, she's like, ugh.
Yeah,
I panic.
She spends half the time in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Do not, Jack. There's not enough time.
Do you enjoy it or not?
I do enjoy it, but they're big shoes to fill, and I don't want the quality of the show to drop off because you're not here.
Yeah.
And it's not normal muscle memory for me.
Yeah.
So it's plus, you know, there's.
Well, it's not for me either. Look, when I came back that Monday, I had to remind myself how to start the program. I mean, you just kind of block it out. That's what you have to do.
Yeah, but
it's a pain in the ass.
It's just, you know, and then there's the newscast and there's just a lot to do.
It is a lot. Yeah.
Thanks to Jack, he helps out a lot with that. Reminds me what to do.
Does he?
Yeah, every time you take off, I have to do more work, so I don't like it.
Oh my God,
I don't like it one bit.
Let me get my vacation pen out.
Oh, no.
We did get a text, and I'll get to this other topic here in a second. I won't leave you hanging on that one, but I did get a text here. It says,
this broke my heart.
Says, hey, can I get your thoughts? And by the way, this thing is getting rave reviews. I don't know. Have you seen any of the video or read any of the stuff coming out of the Epic Universe first views or first trips through there?
I'm hearing a lot of great feedback.
Super feedback.
I hear it is bananas good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think all of it's open yet, but it's supposed to be pretty darn good.
It opens May, right?
Yeah.
May 22nd is opening day, but they're doing like friends and family stuff.
Right, yeah. Even the access to the stuff. I mean, even the people who get in now don't have access to everything, I don't think. But this comes in. It says, hey, can I get your thoughts? My brother-in-law got 4 tickets to Epic Universe, Friends and Family Day. It's him, his wife, my wife. But then his wife took the last ticket and gave it to a friend of hers. I feel that the ticket should have been offered to me.
Duh.
Okay, so this guy's brother-in-law gets 4 tickets. The guy invites his wife. Then he invites this guy's wife.
Then he invites his sister.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
But the sister, instead of inviting her husband or her boyfriend, invites a friend of hers, right?
No.
No? How am I getting this wrong?
Okay.
It's me. That's what I forgot.
Yeah. This guy gets 4 passes for friends and family, right?
Okay.
He has 4.
Oh,
He invites his sister.
It's even worse than I said.
His sister, his wife, and then his wife invites someone else.
Right.
So the husband of the sister is like, hey, why didn't you invite us as a couple? Why are you only inviting my wife?
Yeah, but the guy feels, he feels kind of like because his wife got invited, that he should have been invited as well.
Well, it is Friends and Family Day, but
no.
Man, there's some unspoken truth in that family that's not being talked about.
Oh, man, I don't know how I'd feel about that.
I would be mad as...
I think it's a clear delineation on where your relationship stands with your in-laws.
Oh, I would think so as well. I think that's a bit of a tell.
Yeah.
God, dog, I have to tell you,
it's a bold move.
I don't get small about that stuff, but I think I would be a little offended there because here's the thing: it's not even about the Epic Universe. That's going to be there for a while. Yeah. You'll be able to get tickets and go if you want. It's just why wouldn't you invite me? I would take that more personally because of why you didn't, rather than why you invited somebody else. Like you invited my wife, and then you're going to invite some friend of yours instead of me. Like, I would be a little offended by that.
Oh, very offended, and it's going to make for some very awkward Thanksgiving. So as much fun as she's going to have with her friend that day in Epic Universe, that day at Epic Universe is going to last for many, many years to come.
Look at it this way. Let's say he gets 4 tickets, and he comes home. He tells his wife, honey, we've got 4 passes, and she has a friend who's been dying to go. She's like, Evelyn wants to go, so we have to take her. And he's like, I've got 1 more pass. Why don't you ask your sister if she wants to go?
Yeah, but then somebody
My sister's married.
Right.
Oh. So it's...
is there a possibility that they thought that maybe the guy wouldn't enjoy it as much?
I think that's what you're rationalizing and telling yourself.
Like you would say to him, like, look, man, you never have been a big theme park guy. Like you never go to like Disney or Universal or SeaWorld or anything. So I never thought that you would want to go because you've never been a big theme park guy. This friend of my, of my wife's is a massive theme park fan.
Oh, I just hear excuses, excuses, excuses.
Maybe the guy's a douche.
Maybe the guy doesn't ride rides. I'm that guy. Like if I didn't, if that happened and I wasn't invited, like if my wife decided to invite a friend instead of me, I would completely understand because I don't ride rides because I'm motion sick. So I just basically hold everybody's purse. I'm the purse tree. I hold everybody's purse while they go and ride rides and have a good time. And I would think that would be kind of lame. The whole idea is to enjoy that experience with people that you bring with you, right?
Well, but at the same time, Epic Universe isn't all just rides.
It's not, but it is a lot of rides, though, right? I mean, somebody just actually said they went, and one of the things is a big fun ride. I heard it's supposed to have one of the best roller coasters they've ever put out there.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you're not going to want to go check out Epic Universe because you're not a ride guy.
I don't know, man.
I think it's saying something without having the decency to say something.
So let me ask. So if they gave us tickets, let's say if they gave us 4 tickets, and this is in no way, shape, or form. This is in no way, shape, or form a pitch to management at Universal. Not at all. Not even a little.
How could they not be asking us to do a damn show from there?
Either way, let's say that we got invited, or let's say I got 4 tickets, and I invited Jack.
Oh, my.
And then Jack invited Naomi, and then instead of inviting you, I invited my wife. Would you be offended?
Yeah, because that's just what happened with Hamilton.
Right. No, what?
Hamilton.
What do you mean with Hamilton?
The show Hamilton?
Yeah, what about it?
That's just what happened with Hamilton.
What do you mean? I don't understand what you're saying.
When you got the tickets for Hamilton?
Yeah.
You guys went.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah. But we split those up all the time.
I gave Jimmy 2 tickets. How he's used them, that's on him.
I didn't even know.
I also miss Garth Brooks come see your Vintage Anna monologues.
Right, yeah.
Because I gave you your word. I gave you my word. That went over well with the wife, as you might imagine.
Oh, is she?
Oh, yeah. It didn't go over well. It wasn't your fault. I just gave my word. I stick to my word. I said I was going to go, and I totally forgot they were going. Actually, I think they got the tickets at the last moment. I'm not 100 on that.
I don't know if I should tell you that I would have understood, but...
No, you did already tell me that. You already told me that you would have completely understood had I bailed on you, but I'm not going to do that.
That would have been bailing.
No, it would have been bailing because I already gave you my word, and that's like the only thing you did outside the studio for a while, and for me not to go and support you would have been terrible. That would have been awful.
Isn't it on Deb? Then she should probably be doing more stuff to make it work better with your calendar.
I've supported Jack. I've supported everybody on the station. I go to events.
Thank you for that, but
no worries.
I understand.
Yeah.
It's a concert.
No.
And happy wife, happy life.
Sure. But I mean, we would have so if we get invited, if they invited us, again, this is no pitch to Universal Studios to invite us out there. In no way, shape, or form is this hoping that somebody gets back to the management at Universal and say they just, just for media's sake. Let's just say we had a talk show that spoke to, let's say, 400,000 or 500,000 people a day.
Kind of like how
just hypothetical, Jack.
Kind of like how the afternoon show on this station got invited to the soft opening for Islands of Adventure.
Right, exactly. Something like that. And let's say that they gave us tickets. Who would we have to invite? Because if it was just show members, right, it's Jack, you, and myself. That's 3 tickets. We have an extra ticket. Do we automatically invite Ross, who already can get in for free because he's
already been there?
He's able to get in because of his relationship with Universal. He's an employee out there. Who would be the next person we would invite on the show? Who would it be? It would be because one of our features, like Danny, or maybe Scott Maxwell. I know that the minute that Bob Fryer finds out we have an extra ticket, Bob Fryer is going to camp out in front of my house and tap on my door like those kids who walk around selling magazines out of that clear plastic thing.
Bob Fryer has some big theme park love.
Yeah, that's the first person I thought of. I was like, well,
Fryer is a maniac for it. I love it.
Although even he said that he might wait a while to go and see it for the first time just because the crowds are going to be so intense.
Well, that's why it's so nice during the Friends and Families because there's no lines
There's
now.
nobody there.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing right now is the equivalent of the lottery being at $500 million. We're spending the money and we haven't even won.
You shut up, Jack.
How are we using this extra ticket?
Oh, God.
Who would it go to, though?
Who would it be? Who's been on with us the longest?
Who do we know that
on the show?
Yeah,
without a doubt, Scott Maxwell.
It's Maxwell. Yeah.
But
Maxwell wouldn't go without his wife. Maxwell and he and Cindy do everything together.
Let's rule him out without even asking.
Yeah, let's do that.
Just like this cat who texted us got ruled out.
And by the way, do you think Maxwell even enjoys stuff like that? Do you think he doesn't even hit me as a theme park guy?
I don't think he likes to have fun.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Just gamble. He just likes gambling.
He likes to gamble and drink.
That's right. Who's been on that? Is it Fayez?
Couldn't be Daryl Payne because I think, Daryl might leave Penny at home.
I don't know. I've never met Fayez in the flesh.
You never met him in the flesh? You have. Come on.
I haven't.
I'm sorry. How?
Have you?
No, I've only seen him virtually.
Oh, he's the greatest. He is the greatest. Oh, you couldn't have more fun than having Fayez around. Oh, he's great.
Is that why you're beating him up all the time?
Oh, it's just out of love because I couldn't adore him more. I wish everybody in Orlando appreciated him as much as I do because he is just such a wonderfully fun guy. He really is.
His assaulting Fayez is the equivalent of pulling a girl's hair in third grade.
Yeah.
It just means he likes him.
You know when I knew I loved that dude? I'll tell you straight up. He called me a cracker. And I'd only known him 4 minutes. He's like, and we rag each other for being from Palawan, Canada, respectfully. Love him. Maybe Danny. Danny is a theme park freak, too. You know, she's a nerd.
Oh, that's right.
Straight up nerd.
She does it for a living. We wouldn't want to burden her with the work side of it.
Oh, I got it. No problem. It's Glenn Klausman.
Yeah. How about Brandon Kravitz?
Oh, Crab Daddy. Yeah, Crab Daddy. But he's in a family.
Exactly.
He would not go without his kid and his wife.
Ray Trenley?
Oh, no, I think that's a solid.
He'd go solo. Because Ray's a party, and he would definitely go solo.
Yes, he would.
Yeah, when I rolled up on him at Russ's birthday party, double fisting.
Yeah.
Whoa, careful there.
Easy. You want to explain that?
And he was drinking beer.
Oh,
all right, 407-916-1041. Back in a sec. He was having beers. My God.
Okay.
All right.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s. Classic alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Klausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Klausman Law. KlausmanLaw.com.
Traffic is real heavy eastbound well before you get to US 27 all the way to 429. You're also slow from 417 to 536 in the eastbound direction. Westbound, you're going to slow a little between Princeton and Ivanhoe Boulevard and between Memorial Boulevard and Thanatasassa Road. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 1-866-676-8477.
This report is sponsored by FreshFromFlorida.com.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting FreshFromFlorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Jim Colbert Show question of the day is brought to you by WeAreNotTheBanks.com. Licensed mortgage lender, but they can do so much more. From debt consolidation, commercial business lending, new construction lending, and the Move Up Buyers Program. Now, that can help you if you're in your current home and you find your forever home, but you're like, I don't have the money to put down for that. Well, you don't have to lose out. You go to WeAreNotTheBanks.com. You can use your current equity to finance your new home with their Move Up program. Contact Brad Siebert for all your mortgage needs. I did my refi with We Are Not the Banks many years ago. The website is wearenotthebanks.com. Let Brad help you through this process. NMLS ID number 150953, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Eustace Roofing. New roof, no mess.
Our iHeartRadio Music Awards celebrated the music and artists you've loved listening to all year on iHeartRadio. Brought to you by Jeep.
It's now streaming on Hulu for a limited time.
Bad Bunny,
Billie Eilish,
Glorilla,
Kenny Chesney,
Money Long,
Nelly,
your host, LL Cool J,
plus Lady Gaga,
Mariah Carey,
Gracie Abrams,
and iHeartRadio's Tour of the Century Award, honoring Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour.
Our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Awards.
Streaming now on Hulu.
Bring your forecast into focus with West 2 News on CW18 and meteorologist Kellyanne Class.
My focus is on your day, every day.
West 2 News Sunrise on CW18. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10.
Only on the CW.
Live all season.
Look out, baby!
See NASCAR Xfinity superstars Justin Allgaier, Austin Hill, and Sam Mayer.
Let's go win a championship!
Alongside racing's hungriest up-and-comers.
Oh, timbers are flaring! Tell him I'm coming for him! That kid is amazing.
It's the NASCAR Xfinity Series on the CW.
The action continues in Miami, Saturday at 3:30, only on CW18, the exclusive home of the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
Covering Central Florida so you never miss a moment of what's happening. Every night at 10, Michelle Imperato, Jesse Pagan, Darren Stoltzfus, and Chief Meteorologist Tony Manolfi. Watch 2 News on CW18. Every night at 10.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. You know we've got 3 area locations, so we've got the new Kia you're looking for in stock and ready to go. And you can drive home your new Kia in 1 hour or less, like a new 2025 Kia K4. Lease for only $159 per month for 24 months with $35.95 due at signing. We want to see you in a Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com.
Qualified applicants through KFA includes $650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, 0 security deposit plus tax title license, $899 dealer, and $249.50 doc fee. Expires 4/5/25.
Sunnyside Electric.
Hi, I've got a circuit breaker that keeps popping.
Okay, let me go online to get you scheduled.
That's great. Come on, what kind of a low-tech operation is this?
Here we go.
You've got mail.
I should have called Frank Gay.
When you have an electrical problem, you want a licensed and insured technician with the latest tools and technology to complete the job right. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
It's tax season, and your refund just found a new home, the saddle of a pre-owned Harley. Space Coast Harley-Davidson is rolling out the IRS Inventory Reduction Sale. Pre-owned bikes priced to move, some at 50% below original MSRP, and many still have the remainder of factory warranty. Don't let your refund sit. Put it towards 2 wheels and pure freedom. Shop now at SpaceCoastHarley-Davidson.com and lock in your ride before these bikes disappear.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. Call 800-335-2299. That's 800-335-2299.
Ron White, live.
If your eyes go bad, you can have LASIK surgery and they can give you 20/20 vision. But let me tell you something, folks. You can't fix stupid.
May 21st, inside Hard Rock Event Center at Seminole Hard Rock Tampa. On sale now at hardrocktampa.com or ticketmaster.com. Seminole Hard Rock Tampa. For mature audiences.
Why go to just another sports bar when you can go to Crush Yard? The food, amazing. The drinks, top shelf. Craft beers, a gajillion of them. And then the big surprise, pickleball, all indoor on pristine new courts. So that's it, right? Wrong, because we've also got ping pong, cornhole, and a full arcade for the kids. So, Kissimmee, when the temps rise, cool off with the best food, games, and fun at the hottest new spot in town. Visit crushyard.com and follow us on social for details. See you down at the yard.
I'm Jeff. I got a call that my wife Katie was in a bad car accident and was airlifted to Shands Hospital. When I got there, she was in surgery for a brain injury. She's had a long recovery. We needed an attorney. Our close friends recommended Glenn Klausman. Glenn Klausman was available 24/7 to help. We've been blessed by my wife's recovery. The results from Glenn Klausman's efforts were way more than expected. He's more than an attorney for us. He's a friend. Call him at 407-917-1718, KLAUSMAN law.com, office Winter Park.
Think orange for your next vehicle. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
I'm vanilla, baby. I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skilla, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down.
The Jim Colbert Show, streaming live on YouTube. Watch us talk.
Hey, how's it, Ohana? This beautiful Aloha Friday.
Nice and cool and crisp. Jimmy, like it when you're wrong. Although I'm not riding any escalator up to your back pocket to collect the debt. Honestly, so much good games when you're a kid. Well, I know the worst one. Those are the green-orange fights, and I know you played those in Palatka.
Yeah, for sure.
That'll separate the crybabies real quick. But not for everyone. Aloha, everyone.
Aloha.
Have a great weekend.
You too.
Happy Friday, Colbert crew. This is Mike from Umatilla. Deb.
Yeah.
I am one of your firefighters, now retired. And in appreciation for my pension, I am making you guys my #1 preset.
Yo!
Have a great weekend.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that so
too.
much.
Enjoy the weather.
Really, thank you.
That's awesome.
Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing well. You guys are talking about these tickets and why this guy didn't get one. You guys rationalize everything, but maybe forgot that he's just a douchebag. Thanks, bye.
I think Jack said that.
Yeah.
Jack said just
I said maybe.
Do you have to ask the question? Like, is it okay for you to go, why didn't you pick me?
Yeah.
Is there a reason why I didn't get chosen? Or do you just ask your wife that after they get back? Like, why do you think they didn't pick me?
Yeah. I think it's a conversation you can safely have with your wife.
Yeah.
'Cause she might have some insight. It's her brother, after all.
Yeah.
You know, she could decline. She said, husband and I want to go experience this together. I really appreciate the offer, but thank you. But
the right thing to do would be not divide either one. That would have been the right thing to do. If you're not going to invite both of them, don't invite any of them. That would be the right thing to do. Like, if again, same scenario here. If I couldn't invite you guys, I would not invite anybody. I would just give the tickets away and let somebody else have them until another opportunity came up so that we could do it all together.
And again,
you guys buy that?
Yeah.
No.
And first of all, the first reason I don't like calling the person who contacted us I don't like putting the blame on him, because obviously he is the listener to the Jim Colbert show.
Sure, yeah. We
so
want that
he
guy to like us.
he gets points in our
He
book.
does, 100%, Jack.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
We are biased, 1,000%.
They should have invited you, man.
His brother-in-law got 4 passes to the new Epic Universe. He invites this guy's wife, which is his sister, and his wife. She invites a friend, and the brother-in-law is left out.
Yeah.
And he's wondering why.
Yeah. I would wonder why as well. I don't know if I'd be butthurt about it, but I would want to know what that cause was.
You can be disappointed.
You're right. You can't be. I think it's got to be something with maybe the guy just doesn't like theme parks. Maybe it's not his thing. Maybe they thought there was another schedule going on or something.
You mentioned that, and he texted us back. He said he worked at Universal for 5 years.
Okay, so maybe that's not it.
Yeah, that's not the thing.
All right, welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb and Jack are here as well. I want to remind you, Harry's Poolside Bar and Grill. This is tomorrow night. I actually do not even know if there are tickets left.
Wow.
But if you want to get over there, because we only had 8 this morning, I want to make sure you get over there and get an opportunity to join us tomorrow night, because this is one of those things you kind of want to be a part of. $75 a person gets you like 7 dishes and 7 cocktails from our friends over at Bacardi in Heaven Hill. All the food by Tellaluna. It is just a blast. Everybody who goes to one of these always goes back to another one. Always. Matter of fact, we'll mostly sell out the next one tonight or tomorrow night when we have it, because when people experience it, they're like, man, I got to do this again at least once. And it's a blast. And even if you don't know people, I know people get real nervous about that. Even if you don't know people, it's nothing. Man, the minute you sit down, you have something in common because you like good food and good drinks, and it gets raucous. I mean, people like make those cruise friends all the time. It's great. It is, dude. It's loud. It's loud. A lot of conversation happens, man. It gets a little loud in there.
It's like Mardi Gras time. It's like things you do for beads, that kind of rock.
Oh, yeah. And when I get my boobs out, it gets real loose.
Awesome. But, I mean, seriously, and in all honesty, where else? I don't care, even
you
Orlando,
the drinks
all of
for
Central Florida. Where can you get 7 dishes and 7 high-level cocktails? I'm not talking like a rum and coke.
Average cocktail price in Orlando right now about $15.
And you get all of that for $75 per person.
Cannot beat it. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. That's rosencenter.com. rosencenter.com. You can find the tab right there at Harry's Sip and Savor. Hope to see you. All right, so this guy did something very stupid, and I'm going to bring this case up because I want you guys to give me an idea of what you think he should have gotten, because for what he did, I don't think he got enough time.
All right.
I don't think he got enough time. I think he only served, I want to make sure I got this right, but I think the dude only served a year for this. And No. He got parole after serving 3 years of a 6-year sentence, and I don't think it's enough.
All right.
All right, here's what this guy did. This guy's name is Lucio Catarino Diaz.
All right.
He was a janitor or a cleaning person at a doctor's office. And people started noticing that the water cooler water started tasting a little odd.
Was he peeing in it?
And it turns out that not only did they have the 5-gallon water dispenser removed because they thought maybe it was an issue with the water distributor, so they took it out of there. Then people started sipping out of their own bring your cup to work things the way that we all do. I have mine here. Deb's got hers now. Jack has got one as well. We just talked about this over the last couple of weeks about how much you have to clean these things, right?
Still haven't cleaned it.
Jack, it's due this weekend. And people started thinking, they started noticing, wow, man, I'm not drinking out of that cooler anymore, but I'm still getting that weird taste in my drink.
Oh, what kind of a doctor's office?
So the lady who was getting, and it happened to her 2 days in a row, she said, I don't know what's going on. There were no cameras in the office, but what she decided to do is get one of these little portable cameras like we use here at the radio station, and she was going to hook it up to her computer and turn it on without anybody knowing. And she came back the next day, and sure enough, this janitor was urinating into not only the office water bottle, but once they took that out, he started going around the office and finding people's reusable water cups and peeing into those when they weren't looking. So that when they filled it up with water, they were drinking his urine. This happened in September 22. Dumped the water out, threw her personal bottle of water out, and then she started purchasing another bottle to bring to work. And then notice right after that, the same thing started happening. They caught this person on camera doing this, and here's where it even gets more interesting.
Oh.
He's got herpes and hepatitis A, which they got by drinking the water.
Oh, he should get life in prison.
Blood and urine samples were obtained from Diaz, and results indicated he tested positive for herpes simplex 1 and hepatitis A. One of them curable, one of them not. Hepatitis A is curable, herpes is not. So but those people got those diseases. They got those STDs, and they had to go through the process of getting it.
Oh, my.
And it was more than one woman. 2 women were infected with the same diseases. Doctor also says the diseases can weaken immune systems and in some cases be life-threatening. The district attorney's office filed a complaint. He was arrested and being held by immigration offices. Since then, he's already served 2 years behind bars. He'll be eligible for parole after serving 3 years of his 6-year sentence, and he doesn't have to register as a sex offender.
Does he have to pay any restitution?
None of the restitution, none of that. Doesn't say anything about any of that.
Because, I mean, the treatment for Hep A, from what I understand, that's very expensive.
Yeah, I know that I can't remember which one of those is which one ruins your liver or kidneys. One of those.
The Hep.
I think it's Hep C, Hep B, or Hep C
C.
is the one that you get through the intravenous, and one of them is very bad.
Oh yeah, I thought all the Heps were bad.
He did it with malicious intent, and there really was no indication of why he did this. There was no. I mean, he wasn't treated poorly. They say here he was treated okay. There wasn't any drama. He'd been working at that office for 20 years.
What?
20-year employee.
Do we know did he ever try this again?
No, I mean, it doesn't really say that. It doesn't know if he did it anywhere else or whatever. I don't think they'd ever had any complaints like that. But when she reviewed her independent surveillance camera, it showed what he was doing. The camera showed the janitor uncap the water bottle on the woman's desk, unzip his pants, put his private parts in there and relieved himself. How they found out for sure is when she came back, she didn't put water in the cup. Obviously, when she saw it on the camera, she took the cup directly to the doctor's office and said, this is exactly what happened. They took the cup to test to find out exactly what it was, even though everyone knew it was urine because they had him on camera doing it. They wanted to make sure so that when the charges came through, they would stick. And then that's when they found out that he was infected with herpes 1 and hepatitis A. Ooh. What? That charge is not even close to being right?
No.
6 years is not even close. Well, 6 years, especially if they know for a fact you're going to be, you have an opportunity for parole halfway through.
Yeah, because what he did, he gave them a lifetime of, disease.
Yes.
There's no monetary restitution.
That's
Man,
That's what confuses me, though, because people who go out and knowingly have sex with someone, knowing that they're HIV positive, and don't let their partner know, face far stricter sentences than this guy did. I mean, and he literally got 2 women very ill.
So when the investigators talked to this guy, he said he told the investigators that, quote, he had a sickness and did not know how many times he had done this over the years of working there. But it was obviously more than what he had done there. The doctor's office isn't liable for this, right? Or would they be? Well, in other words, if you were to go back in the employee registry and employees after reading the story went, man, you know what? I have herpes. I don't know where it came from because I've been married for so many years. I lost my marriage over it because my husband thought I cheated on him. Like, then what? Like, what happens then? You can't explain it because you can't say it. I mean, there's only a few ways to get herpes.
Yeah.
You have to have personal contact with somebody or their body fluids who's infected by it.
So it's like, who hired the cleaning guy? Is it a separate company? Do they have insurance that would make them liable for lawsuit?
Oh, so like he's a contractor for another company that...
Typically, right? So we have a cleaning crew here. They are not iHeart employees.
Yeah,
that's true.
He said he was. It happened at a doctor's office. This is in Houston, by the way, and it happened at a doctor's office along Houston's East Freeway, where the victim was employed, there for 20 years. Oh, I got that backwards. The victim was employed there 20 years. Okay. So the woman who worked in the office was there 20 years. It doesn't say how long he had worked there.
Yeah, 6 years is not nearly enough.
Yeah. And then did he target certain people, or was it just random? I would think if he did it in the general water cooler, that's everybody.
Yeah, you're right. That is. But the one woman who he did it into her cup twice. So I would think that he did target this one woman more than one time. Because remember, she got the cup. She thought the cup was faulty. So she threw the cup out and got another one. And then it came back again with urine in it. That's
But the thing is that he says he has a sickness and he can't count the many times he's done this over the years.
Yeah.
So that leads you to believe that, is it just the thrill of not getting caught?
I don't know.
I don't know what kind of sickness he could be I've never heard of I need to pee in someone's cup.
Well, we remember a guy back in the day that got busted doing it into the company's coffee. If you'll remember, and they got that guy on video as well, urinating into the coffee of, just the break room like we have here. Now, we have an instant coffee machine where it's, per cup thing. But back in the day, it would be like the cup or the pot of coffee would just be brewing.
Right, yeah.
And you'd go back there and pour it out of the urn just like you would at the house. Says one day the coworker offered to pour her some coffee in the bottle, but when she removed the cap, she noticed there was a yellowish liquid inside. The woman smelled it and realized immediately it was urine.
Oh.
And then took it right to the doctor. The doc told the doctor the story. The doctor went to the test. They tested it. Yes, of course, it was urine. And then, of course, on top of that, tested positive for herpes simplex 1 and hepatitis A. And like they say, one of those is curable, which is the Hep A. Herpes is not. So those women will have to live with that for the remainder of their lives. And like you were saying, man, I mean, if you don't know how long this guy's been doing this, we don't know how many women he infected with this, or men for that matter, but we don't know how many of those. And we don't know what kind of problem that caused these people in their personal life. And women have a much more adverse reaction to herpes. Can it cause ovarian cancer for you guys? Am I being stupid there?
No, not at all. I'm not aware of that, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I thought that was a precursor for some female reproductive cancers, maybe cervical cancer.
I think you're thinking of HPV.
Oh, maybe so.
Yeah, human papillomavirus.
Yeah, not the same.
HPV.
Yeah, I got you there.
But it starts with an H.
Okay, well, like I said, I'm almost a genius a lot of times. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. If you want to read that entire story, click to Houston.com. It's right there on their front page. I believe I got it from Yahoo as an aggregator, but if you wanted to read the whole story, it's right there. We pretty much covered it, but pretty gross. I'll see what happens, though, because, I mean, this guy, like I said, he was up for parole in 2 years. I can't imagine he could get out. 6 years doesn't even seem close to enough.
No.
What a violation.
Parole him for what?
Yeah. What a violation, man.
The worst kind.
God.
I mean, and like you said, there was no altercation. There was no reason behind it. He just has this weird thing.
Unbelievable. All right, let's take a little break. We'll come back and load him up for some trivia, guys. We'll do that next.
Do you want to play a game? Good. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is next. Call now, 407-916-1041.
This is 11-year NBA veteran Katina Mobley. This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Thrivent.
The Magic look to bounce back tonight in Washington. Orlando's lost 3 of their last 5 games after falling to Houston, but still holds a play-in spot. Florida starts their NCAA tourney run tonight. Top-seeded Gators face 16-seed Norfolk State in the first round of the West region. And the WNBA will be easier than ever to watch this season. More than 175 games will be broadcast across multiple platforms. 26 will be on ESPN. I'm Scott Davidson.
At Thrivent, planning your finances is bigger than money. It's a way to support the people, causes, and community you love. Because the most important thing isn't what you're planning for, it's who. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Look, man, if you really want to make sure that your life is going to be as long as it possibly can, Life Imaging FLA can certainly help you do that and give you that peace of mind that you don't have a lurking, creeping issue in your chest like heart plaque or heart disease. And let me tell you, man, if you have that in your family history, you certainly need to pay attention and get over to Life Imaging FLA. What we're doing here is called proactive healthcare, not reactive healthcare. We're not waiting for that symptom. And by the way, 30% of those symptoms, the first one is you drop dead. Heart disease is no joke, #1 killer here in America. But the family over at Life Imaging FLA can help you find that early and take those evasive measures to make sure you don't have any issues. That's exactly what my wife and I did, my in-laws did, and so many people in Central Florida are doing. You can do it as well. And remember, no dyes, you don't take off your clothes, and this entire process only takes a few minutes. So do what I did, do what my wife did, and all those other people. Get this free heart scan from Life Imaging FLA, just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. And here's how you do it. Just pick up your cell phone and dial pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do. Pound 250, say that keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds. It's time to make that call and take control of your long-term health care.
The math ain't mathin'. RC Hill here. It's tax season and I'm freaking out. My accountant says I have too many 2024s and they must go. So right now, you could drive for just $10 down. So save your refund, because I'm paying way over appraised value for your trade regardless of miles or condition. And I'll even help you save up to $10,000 on a new Mitsubishi with a lifetime warranty. Plus at RC Hill Mitsubishi, we're all about affordability. So visit me to drive for just $10 down and save up to $10,000 on the award-winning 2024 Outlander Top Safety Pick 7-passenger SUV, or the Mirage voted best priced new car in America, starting at only $15,900 with rates as low as 0%. Plus, I've got over 200 certified used cars to choose from. But hurry, this deal's done once my accountant says I'm in the clear. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. 2 locations, DeLand and Ocala. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit and $10 down, require bank approval. Example, 2.9 APR for 60 months, $20 per month for $1,000 finance. Offer ends March 31st.
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday? No! Deal directly with Corey, the owner at Core Flooring. He'll beat anyone's price guaranteed. Core Flooring in Winter Park. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 689-305-2853. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 689-305-2853. That's 689-305-2853.
Are you prepared for the future? At TK Law Firm, they understand the importance of securing your legacy. Whether you're looking for a will or trust, they can help. Don't leave your legacy to chance. Visit onefirmforlife.com for your free consultation. Protect what matters most. TK Law Firm, your partner in estate planning excellence.
When it comes to restoring cars, Diego's got skills. And with Total Wireless in his corner, the whole world sees them. With the dual camera system on his new iPhone 13, he can take amazing car photos and post them on the fly with super fast 5G, and even turn this part-time hobby into a a full-time gig. His claim to fame? Claiming iPhone 13 with 5G on us. Get iPhone 13 with 5G on us when you switch to the Total 5G Plus Unlimited 3-month plan. Total wireless in your corner. For a limited time while supplies last. Valid in store only. Requires port in and ID verification. Restrictions apply.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-777-1979. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-777-1979. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-777-1979. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-777-1979. 800-777-1979 or biglou.com.
Eustace Roofing. New roof, no mess.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
What's up, y'all? Ohana called in talking about the green-orange fights, and my friends and I used to do that too.
Oh, yeah.
But we also used to pick up the fuzziest, nastiest, rotten orange and throw it at each other, hit somebody in the face with it, you go home stinking like rotten orange. It was the worst. Your mom hated it, but it was fun as hell.
Good after weekend, Colbert crew. Ex-swimmer here. I'm still suffering from yesterday listening to Deb giggle about my Chicago Bears having the lowest attendance. It really hit me hard after having such a great week. But I know she's going to redeem herself today when I get to hear the great side of that giggle during Pick the Porn.
Just for you, dude.
You ain't wrong. Green-orange fights.
Yeah, what is that? I've never heard of that before.
So when you go into orange groves, and you grow in orange groves, or you go around them, you would pick the oranges that are green and ripe, and they were hard as hell. They were like highlight balls, and you would overhand throw them at your friends. Now, I had more strawberry field fights than I had green-orange fights, but my Uncle Curtis and I literally got thrown out of a strawberry field in Plant City when I was young for overhand throwing big strawberries at each other all throughout the place. And then I got my ass tore completely apart with a wooden spoon when I got home from my grandmother.
Oh.
Deserved every swat.
Yeah, you did.
Deserved every one of them.
You did.
And they had to pay for those strawberries. Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
Yeah, like a flat we threw at them. Yeah, we used to go up there every season, and just load my grandmother's Matador, her AMC Matador up. Every inch of space was strawberries. We'd bring them home and can them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, freeze them or can them. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio 104.1. I am Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here, and he's got the Jackie sack. What's in it, big dog?
All aboard.
Chugga, chugga.
Choo-choo.
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack.
Got a pair of tickets to tomorrow night's match, Orlando City SC versus DC United. Again, if you don't have tickets, you can get them at orlandocitysc.com/tickets. Game time is 7:30. However, if you're going to the match, join me a little earlier. I'll be pre-gaming at Elixir starting at 5 o'clock. You can enjoy half-price wings, drink specials, and also I'll be registering people to win a pair of tickets to Welcome to Rockville by showing me we're the number one preset on your iHeartRadio app. So that's one of the prizes, tickets to soccer tomorrow night. The other prize You can win it. Well, I guess you can buy it now because tickets went on sale today for Glass Animals at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. Went on sale earlier today. You can still win yourself a pair if you win trivia today. That concert is happening June 19th. Those are your two prizes up for grabs in today's Jackie Sack.
Right on, right on.
Back to you.
Be gentle.
1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Let's go 3.
3 right there is Danny. Danny, how you doing, buddy?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing good, buddy. Would you like to play a little game with us?
I would love to.
Let's do it.
Now you can put a lifetime of research to work and maybe win a prize. It's time for Pick the Porn on the Jim Colbert Show.
That's right, Danny. It's Friday, and that means only one thing. It's time for another round of Pick the Porn. Here are 3 actual adult film titles and 1 lie that could really use some mouthwash.
Palms are already sweating.
All right, Danny, you know the gist of this game, buddy?
I do.
All right, very good. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's
All right,
do
buddy, find the fakie here. Here we go. Number 1, the Duke of Knockers. Number 2, Old McSpanker. Number 3, Mouth of the Border.
Oh, that sounds rough.
And lastly, Tongue in Cheek.
Damn it, Jimmy. This is a tough one. I've seen all of these.
All right, Danny, which one of those is not real, buddy?
Let's go number 4.
That's the one, buddy. Unbelievable. Tongue in Cheek is not... It is not an actual movie. You are a winner right off the bat. I never thought in a million years.
No.
I thought this was one of the hardest rounds of Pick the Porn ever. Really hard.
Oh,
Deb.
you're killing Deb. You killed her. You killed
Deb,
her.
Some would say that this round was rigid.
Oh, boy.
There was some girthy titles you got there,
Girthy
Colbert.
titles. Yeah, this thing is swollen, Deborah, with so many good answers. This thing is swollen.
Oh, goodness. Look, that's like a beer can.
All right, sorry other players. Danny is your winner.
I thought number 2 was the lie.
Thanks, Danny. I appreciate that very
Thanks,
much.
Danny.
Danny is on hold. He is a winner. Pick the Porn. God dog it. That sucks. I wanted to say a couple of those over and over. I just wanted to say Old McSpanker a bunch.
That's the one I thought for sure was the one you made up.
All right,
That's for real?
Yeah.
Old McSpanker.
That's an old one too, dude. That's the throwback machine. I had to go back to 70s for that one.
No.
Oh, yeah. It's just an old dude in an overcoat and a doorway.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's not good. I didn't want to look inside the video. Number 1, the Duke of Knockers is an actual movie. Old McSpanker is an actual movie.
Where's Duke of Knockers? I got to guess that's got to be another 70s throwback there.
The Duke of Knockers. I don't think the Duke of Knockers, I think that's more of a 90s vibe.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, dude was like an admiral.
Okay.
On
a submarine?
On the SS. Mouth of the Border. That's a tough one. I'm going to be honest with you. That's a tough one.
Yeah? What did that feature?
Yeah, I can't tell you about that one. That one was, they blurred out.
No.
Yeah. Even in an adult film, they blurred that out. They didn't want you to experience that. You have to pay to have that experience. And then Tongue in Cheek, of course, your fake one. A couple others we did not get to. This one was the one. This one's a tough one.
Did this one ruin your night?
This was the very first one I pulled today, and I did not put it up there. Snake Pit. Now, doesn't sound kind of that bad. A lot of snakes, one pit.
Oh. Ow.
A lot of snakes, one pit. Oh, man.
Does that go back?
Can I tell you something? I can't imagine that's easier than mowing 10 lawns. Triple header.
Well, baseball is here.
Yeah, it is. It is in season, and it's really in season. She didn't see that fastball coming. Let's just say that. And then the last one is pretty self-explanatory, also from the 80s, because they love this, Jugsy. Just a whole bunch of women washing cars.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Using sponges, of course.
Lots of soap. Lots of soap. So there you go. Another round of Pick the Porn. Congrats, Annie. You are a winner, buddy. Jack will take care of you here in 1 second. When I say take care of you, I mean really take care of you.
Easy.
That's our guy.
Yeah, that's my man right there.
That's right there.
Jackson Brown. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us.
Meet me at Elixir.
Make Jack your first preset.
There you go. He'll treat you right.
Yeah, Jack will treat you right for sure. By the way, I just got off the phone with the guys over at Rosen. There are 8 seats left for the gig coming up tomorrow night. Just 8 seats left. So if you do want to go, rosencenter.com. And I just went to the website to double check how you get if you just scroll down, you'll see it. Harry Sip and Savor. You click right there and you can make your reservations right tonight. But there's only 8 seats left to the gig coming up tomorrow night. So please grab one. And we hope to see you tomorrow night at the Harry Sip and Savor event.
Not to mention, I mean, awesome food, awesome cocktails, and you get to hang out with Jim.
Yeah, we're going to be there for sure, partying down. It's a good time. All right, 407-916-1041. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show. Old Miss Spanker. Back with Old McSpanker.
Make Real Radio 104.1 #1 on your presets on our all-new iHeartRadio app and get cool stuff at Real Radio events. Get the app for free in your app store.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Our heaviest traffic is eastbound on I-4 before you get to Highway 27 all the way up to 429, again from 417 to 536. In the westbound direction, you'll slow between Princeton and Ivanhoe Boulevard and again between mile markers 28 and 19. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Tammy Bennett.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Shop Lowe's SpringFest deals now. Get up to 40% off select major appliances, plus save an additional $100 on every $1,000 you spend on select major appliances. Valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location while supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details.
Guys, here in Central Florida, you can feel it outside right now. Man, yesterday it was like a little warmer. It's going to be warmer again later this weekend, but right now the high is like, 65 degrees. That is the temperature here in Central Florida, and that's just how the weather rolls here. That's why you need a really good HVAC company to take care of your AC every single day of the year. That is Mills Air. These guys are great. Been doing it since 92. That's 30-plus years of experience in Central Florida keeping you cool. And, of course, we know this environment is hostile when it comes to your AC unit. That's why you need a company with integrity that can give you great service at a great price, and that is what Mills Air does. Plus, these guys are Carrier Factory Authorized dealers, and that's important because of this. If you do happen to need a new unit, they can get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Call these guys today. It's easy. 407-277-1159. Online, millsair.com.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Hey guys, not feeling like yourself? Visit Game Day Men's Health, one of the nation's largest men's health clinics, specializing in testosterone replacement therapy, ED treatments, medical weight loss, and shockwave therapy, with locations in Winter Park, Lake Mary, and downtown. They can create a customized game plan for you. Set up your free testosterone test and consultation. GameDayMen'sHealth.com. Mention 104.1 and get a second service free when you buy one. Game Day Men's Health, helping men perform and feel their best.
The math ain't mathin'. RC Hill here. It's tax season and I'm freaking out. My accountant says I have too many 2024s and they must go. So right now, you could drive for just $10 down. So save your refund, because I'm paying way over appraised value for your trade regardless of miles or condition. And I'll even help you save up to $10,000 on a new Mitsubishi with a lifetime warranty. Plus at RC Hill Mitsubishi, we're all about affordability. So visit me to drive for just $10 down and save up to $10,000 on the award-winning 2024 Outlander Top Safety Pick 7-passenger SUV, or the Mirage, voted best priced new car in America, starting at only $15,900 with rates as low as 0%. Plus, I've got over 200 certified used cars to choose from. But hurry, this deal's done once my accountant says I'm in the clear. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. 2 locations, DeLand and Ocala. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit and $10 down, require bank approval. Example, 2.9 APR for 60 months, $20 per month for $1,000 finance. Offer ends March 31st.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Hi there. I've got a clogged drain.
A clogged brain? I have that sometimes.
No, a clogged drain.
Try yoga or drinking tea. Earl Grey is the best.
Earl Grey? No, I'm calling Frankie.
What do they know about tea?
When it comes to clogged drains and plumbing issues, you want a trustworthy, courteous technician that's dedicated to customer satisfaction.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Why go to just another sports bar when you can go to Crush Yard? The food, amazing. The drinks, top shelf. Craft beers, a gajillion of them. And then the big surprise, pickleball, all indoor on pristine new courts. So that's it, right? Wrong, because we've also got ping pong, cornhole, and a full arcade for the kids. So, Kissimmee, when the temps rise, cool off with the best food, games, and fun at the hottest new spot in town. Visit CrushYard.com and follow us on social for details. See you down at the yard.
I know what you're going to say. I'm not the type to sue. I get it. But you also weren't at fault. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. You didn't ask to be injured. You didn't ask for these medical bills. And you didn't ask for your car to be smashed up. Want to fight to hold them accountable? Just call Mo.
Bring your forecast into focus with West 2 News on CW18 and meteorologist Kellyanne Class.
My focus is on your day, every day.
West 2 News Sunrise on CW18. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10.
Only on the CW.
Live all season.
How you like that, baby?
See NASCAR Xfinity superstars Justin Allgaier, Austin Hill, and Sam Mayer.
Let's go win a championship!
Alongside racing's hungriest up-and-comers.
Whoa! Timbers are flaring. Tell him I'm coming for him. That kid is amazing.
It's the NASCAR Xfinity Series on the CW.
The action continues in Miami, Saturday at 3:30, only on CW18, the exclusive home of the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
Covering Central Florida so you never miss a moment of what's happening. Every night at 10, Michelle Imperato, Jesse Pagan, Darren Stoltzfus, and Chief Meteorologist Tony Manolfi. West 2 News on CW18. Every night at 10.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. Call 800-335-2299. That's 800-335-2299.
Core Flooring Center in Winter Park is the go-to destination for flooring. Visit coreflooringfl.com.
Divorce can feel like a minefield. One wrong step, and your finances, your family, and your future could suffer. Before making a big decision, talk to the attorneys at TK Law. We can help you navigate the legal process, protecting what matters most. With better representation, you get better results. Call TK Law today and take the first step toward a smarter, more secure future. Visit onefirmforlife.com. Offices in Altamont Springs. That's onefirmforlife.com.
No payments till 2026. It's Savings Mania at Sutherland Nissan Orlando.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got questions after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Why do I feel so confused about this Colbert Show? So the brother-in-law doesn't invite him. It is his sister, right, that's married to this guy. Maybe sister and brother are very close. Maybe there's... You know, I'm not saying there's chemistry, of course, they're siblings, but I mean, you know, maybe she talks about him in a way, maybe he's a particular kind of person, and maybe he feels insecure? I don't know.
Yeah.
How are you guys not putting this on dude's wife?
Yeah.
He invited somebody, she invited somebody. That's how that went. There's no dislikes. She felt like she was obligated to have an invite for herself, and so he only invited his sister.
Had no idea this would be a raging debate.
I did as soon as I saw it.
Jack pointed it out immediately. He goes, look at that thing. That's rife for what we do here. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio 104.1. I am Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
Of course, if you want to meet Jack in person, you can do that. He's a fun dude. Tomorrow at Elixir right there in downtown Orlando. He's pre-partying for the Orlando City game. So many great deals. $3.50 beers, $3 shots and lemon drops and tequila, half-price wings. He's going to have a bunch of stuff. And if you show up and show him that you had the iHeartRadio app and we're the first preset, what happens?
You are going to be registered to win a pair of tickets to Welcome to Rockville. Now, if you're not familiar with that, Welcome to Rockville is a 4-day event, over 150 bands, happening in the middle of May. And that pair of tickets will be good for all 4 days.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, it's several $100 prize.
And it's the who's who of rock and roll.
Without it, the list is stupid.
It is stupid. It is. It seems like you're not paying enough. I'm being serious. It literally seems like you're not paying enough.
Shinedown, Green Day, Linkin Park, Korn, Incubus, Alice in Chains, Rob Zombie, Good Charlotte, Pierce the Veil, Bad Omens. Man.
And look, when you get into, each day has its headliner. But it's so funny, you look at the headliner, you're like, man, if I just paid for the headliners, it would be worth that. Then you start kind of looking at and it's bands that you haven't heard from a little bit, but you still love.
Marilyn Manson,
Chevelle.
Chevelle.
is an incredible band.
Jimmy Eat World.
Another great band.
Yeah. Lit.
Yeah, they played here, actually, in the 409. I remember seeing their signature on one of the columns in there.
Anyway, so pair of tickets to Welcome to Rockville is just one of the prizes I'll have. Going to grab some stogies as well and hand those out.
Nice.
It's fun giving stuff away.
Yeah, man, I made a bunch of bags for the sales reps that have some cigars from our friends over at Corona Cigar Company. Jack takes those bags out, and it's a good mix of cigars. You just dig in there and grab you a Stog.
Ooh.
And they're good ones. We're not bringing out like White Owls.
No, these are the ones you've been talking about over the past couple of years.
You will probably recognize some of the names.
Yeah.
So, again, that's tomorrow right there at Elixir. Go check out Jack and Go City.
Yeah, what a good deal.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Which of these do I want to get into with you guys? Let's pay this off because I talked about it a couple of times. This is the measles story. I think this is out of Texas because I believe that's where that community was that it started in.
The bulk of them,
Yeah, because when we heard about the measles outbreak, people kind of tripped. And then when you heard it's within the community of a Mennonite community, it wasn't as shocking because those people pretty much stayed to themselves.
Yeah, they're like a level below. They're not quite Amish.
Yeah, they're not quite Amish, right?
But they're Amish light.
They're Amish-esque.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. They're Amish adjacent.
Yeah, they're Amish with less calories.
Yeah.
Amish light.
But there is this story is kind of heartless. And I don't know, because we've seen stories like this with other, factions of religion.
Right.
Christian Science is one of them that I know that really doesn't believe in modern medicine. They're the whole idea is that the Lord will heal them. We've heard of this with a diabetes case within the last 5 years where a family refused medical treatment for a young child with diabetes and the child died, and the parents just said, well, that was just what God wanted. And they didn't give the body. And I can't remember if they were convicted or if they were charged with that or not. Can you remember that case, though, Deb? Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So this is similar to that. There has been a confirmed death there. The child was 6 years old, and the girl, the father of the 6-year-old girl who became the first measles death in the U.S. In 10 years, discussed the beliefs that led up to her dying from an infectious disease. Peter is the person's name, and he's the father at the heart of the tragedy, as they write it. He's from Seminole, which is a small town in West Texas, and that, of course, is the center of the measles outbreak. He's part of a traditional-minded sect called Mennonites, and apparently nothing in that group's doctrine barring medicine. By the way, you can still have medicine as a Mennonite.
Oh, okay.
You can. You can use modern technology as a Mennonite. Matter of fact, somebody earlier when I mentioned this story and teased it already kind of knew what we were talking about and hit up on the texting service saying Mennonites fly as well.
Oh, wow.
Amish do not. They do not use modern tools. They don't use modern ways of transportation. Everything is built by hand. Everything's done by hand.
Oh, you mean in airplanes? I thought you meant like wizards.
No.
Unless it's Rumspringa. I have an update for you.
Yes.
So Jason and Carrie Strauss were sentenced to more than 14 years in prison for manslaughter on Wednesday, February 26, following the 2022 death of their 8-year-old daughter, Elizabeth, who had been denied insulin.
Yeah. So, so this is similar to that, but I have to tell you, in the context of this story, as I read it, there was no indication that any charges are going to be brought against this guy because, he basically says it. He goes, everybody has it. It's not so new for us. It hasn't been around for decades, but it wasn't unusual for measles to spike up from time to time. So they had outbreaks, occasionally. But this guy, basically, they did not allow their child to get the vaccination and claimed within the context of the story that those vaccines have really bad stuff in them. So he let his 6-year-old kid die because he would not allow the kid to get the vaccine for measles, which we know is effective, which we know has saved millions of lives in the U.S., saved people millions of heartache just simply because, it eradicated it pretty much.
Yeah, well, they declared it was it 2012?
Something like that,
a little earlier, but it has to get to, I think, 95% of a populace has to be vaccinated for that herd immunity. Because it's one of the most infectious diseases.
It is.
Yeah.
And it lingers. So out of like 20 people, as if 19 of them have to be vaccinated. So you can't infect more than one.
Right.
Because otherwise then it'll keep spreading exponentially.
Measles was declared eliminated from the United States in 2000 by the World Health Organization due to the success of vaccination efforts.
Yeah. So I guess the big question here is do you believe that this person should be eligible for charges because he allowed a 6-year-old kid to die and chose not to vaccinate his child, and in turn a death happened? And by the way, the religion does not bar them from using technology of that nature. They chose not to vaccinate their kid, and they chose to let that child die.
If it's not illegal to not get vaccinated, if it's legal to refuse to get vaccinated, then I don't think you can be held accountable for the results of that decision.
But how does that weigh with the parents of the child who was denied insulin? Isn't this?
Yeah, but
I guess
are they saying
different?
It's after the fact. So
Right.
if you know, okay, this child is sick, it needs insulin to live, you can't say, like, with a baby to be vaccinated, you can't say the baby's going to die unless it gets this vaccination. You increase the chances of it dying.
Right.
But it's not like they have measles and this will cure it.
Yeah.
It's a preventative.
Yeah.
So I think in that because of that difference, I could see this father not facing charges.
Yeah, and they don't even mention in the context of this at all that he's facing any charges. No idea of punishment whatsoever.
Not a chance in this political climate.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So the child basically has passed. I mean, he said, and the reporter said toward the end of the story when he said, "Look, everybody has to die," that the guy kind of broke up a little bit and said that the child's absence is going to leave a big hole in his life. And again, you hear that stuff, and I'm not, again, it's not my right to judge anybody for their decisions, but that person, they could still probably have their kid there had they made the correct decision. And that's what makes this kind of a unique case to me, or a unique story to me, because we kind of know that had the child been inoculated, been vaccinated, that more than likely the child would still be alive. This person chose not to vaccinate their child, and their child died because of that. But because measles isn't a death sentence per se.
Doesn't have to be.
It doesn't. But even if you get infected without having the vaccination, it isn't a guaranteed death sentence, right? You don't. I mean, if you get measles, because we have plenty of people in this sect of have had measles or got measles and they lived, because this is the only death we've heard about through this.
I believe there's 40 people currently being treated in the hospital.
Are they really?
Yeah. Because again, measles when you're a kid is one thing. When you're an adult, it can be a whole different scenario.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. And actually, it's more dangerous as an adult than it is for children, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, man. So that is the case. That's the one that I wanted to read you guys today because I found it kind of amazing. But you're right. It doesn't look like the person is going to receive any punishment or be looked at all. I guess maybe the whole idea is they're being punished enough.
Yeah,
because they lost their child.
Like Jack said, in this current political climate and everything after COVID, I don't see anyone having the energy to press charges.
It's like, what did he do that was illegal?
Right.
Well, he denied his
To be
child.
punished.
He denied his child medical care that could have saved its life.
No, that's not medical care. That would be preventative medicine. Like when the child gets sick,
It's too late, right? The vaccine doesn't help when you're already sick.
Right. No. So they can treat the measles.
Right.
But you can't go. That toothpaste is already out of the tube. You can't go backwards.
Although I can tell Jimmy would like to.
Well, it's something.
Well, yeah,
I didn't lose my kid over it. I mean,
right.
I feel terrible for the family because they're dealing with this, but it does seem like it could have been at least prevented or maybe a shot.
Right.
I'm not the one suffering. I guess the ignorance here is the thing that's kind of overwhelming, and it cost him the ultimate price, his child, and the child actually paid the ultimate price for the father's beliefs.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I only got to spend 6 years.
I think that's the crazy thing is that the child is the one who doesn't have life anymore. The child is the one that paid the price for the father's beliefs. The father's still alive.
And he's got to carry the weight of that decision that child would not be dead if he did not choose to not vaccinate.
Do you think you'd feel differently if he was more broken up and says, I wish I had done it?
No, I think I'd even be more frustrated then.
Right.
Because then he'd come to grips with it, that ignorance that kept his kept him kind of dark to the truth of the medicine there that we know works, time tested over millions and millions of generations of human beings, proven.
Did he say why he chose not to vaccinate? Was it TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook?
No, it was because it was. I mean, they
Okay.
quoted some of the stuff from RFK in here. I mean, some of the stuff that he has said before, but in the context of it, it says the vaccination has stuff we don't trust. We don't like vaccinations. What they have these days, we heard too much, we saw too much. So on that little statement, that paragraph, he denied his child the vaccine that could have possibly saved his life or her life. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio, at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 8 p.m., it's Bungalower and the Bus. And at 9, we all find out what the hell Angel is listening to tonight on Real Radio 104.1.
Our heaviest traffic is on eastbound 4. It starts well before you get to US 27 and ends when you get to about 429. It's also heavy between state routes 417 and 536. Now, in the westbound direction, you'll hit a little bit of traffic between Princeton Street and Ivanhoe Boulevard, and again between mile markers 28 and 19. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477.
This report is sponsored by 7-Eleven. Spontaneous pizza cravings can happen at any moment, so they've got you covered. Get 2 bigger slices of hot, delicious pizza plus a Pepsi 20-ounce for just $5 with 7 rewards. Cravings satisfied. Valid through 4/29/25. See app for details.
Let me tell you something, man. Real estate market trends are a really local thing. I know it's hard to believe. That's true, though. Market conditions and trends vary greatly from one area to another. Everybody knows that. Of course, like New York is going to be different than Orlando, but Orlando, by the way, is different than everywhere. By the way, if you look at national trends in real estate, you hear a bunch of those stories. Can't really apply that to Orlando. Here's why. Orlando, we're like a little bubble here. That's right. Our houses always sell for the most, and that's why you need a team of realtors that can take care of that for you. That is the Nickley Group. These guys are awesome. And when you consider their VIP program that includes stuff like free appraisals, free home warranty, free moving trucks and supplies, you can't lose. Not to mention they get a guaranteed cash offer for your house right there online. No showings, no open houses. You can close that deal in just 14 days. And they sell their homes for about 6% more than their competitors, and they sell those homes for about twice as fast as well. You can't beat the Nickley Group, #1 real estate team in all of Central Florida, 4,000 5-star reviews with over 4,500 homes sold. It's the NickleyGroup.com. That's NICKLEY Group.com.
Car crash? Call Klausman. KlausmanLaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN.
As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network, Capital One wants to help you hear more about today's top female athletes. Learn more about your favorite teams and keep more money in your wallet with no fees or minimums on checking accounts and no overdraft fees. Just ask the Capital One bank guy. It's pretty much all he talks about. In a good way. Capital One. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One, N.A. member FDIC.
Why go to just another sports bar when you can go to Crush Yard? The food, amazing. The drinks, top shelf. Craft beers, a gajillion of them. And then the big surprise, pickleball, all indoor on pristine new courts. So that's it, right? Wrong, because we've also got ping pong, cornhole, and a full arcade for the kids. So, Kissimmee, when the temps rise, cool off with the best food, games, and fun at the hottest new spot in town. Visit crushyard.com and follow us on social for details. See you down at the yard.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. You know we've got 3 area locations, so no matter where you live, we're just a short drive away. And 3 locations means 3 times the cars. We've got the exact Kia you're looking for in stock and ready to roll. And you can drive home your new Kia today with interest rates as low as 0% for 72 months. We want to see you in a Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com.
Qualified applicants through KFA. 0 down, $1,388 per 1,000 borrowed for 72 months at 0% APR financing. Plus tax title license, $899 dealer, and $249.50 doc fee. Expires 4/5/25.
This is Ben from Stuff They Don't Want You to Know. You could have lost 10 pounds already if you started 1 month ago. So are you ready to start today?
Future Health is the most powerful weight loss program that works and works fast.
Find out if these medications are right for you in just 3 minutes at tryfh.com.
Tryfh.com.
Results vary based on start weight and adherence to diet, exercise, and program goals.
Data based on independent study sponsored by Future Health.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion.
Seminole Hard Rock Tampa is giving away 2 2025 Mercedes-Benz E-Class sedans every Tuesday in March. Earn entries while playing slots and table games March 1st through March 25th. Earn 3 times entries Mondays in March. Plus, receive 1 free entry on each drawing day just by inserting your Unity by Hard Rock card into any slot machine. Not a Unity by Hard Rock member? Sign up today. You'll get a limited edition t-shirt and up to $200 on us. Don't miss the chance to win a 2025 Mercedes-Benz E-Class sedan. Only at Seminole Hard Rock Tampa. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Insurance companies don't want you to hire an attorney so they can pay you pennies on the dollar for your injuries. But I don't cost you a dime unless I get you money. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Don't get pushed around by the insurance companies. Just call Mo.
Hey, welcome to Total Wireless. How can I help you?
Oh, my phone is panicking. It thinks I'm trading it in.
No worries. At Total Wireless, you get 1 line for $25 per month when you bring your phone.
Really? Only $25 a month for 1 line, and I get to keep my phone? Wow.
Yep, that's 50% off the Total 5G Unlimited plan.
Visit your nearest Total Wireless store today. Restrictions apply. Compatible device required. Available exclusively online and in Total Wireless retail stores. Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. Call 800-335-2299. That's 800-335-2299.
We know you're loving the new preset feature on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
Oh yeah, it's my favorite new thing.
But did you know that you can make almost anything a preset? Your favorite local station, sure, but your favorite podcast, that amazing playlist you made for free, even iHeart stations you can't get on the radio, like Deep Cuts, The Vinyl Experience, and 70s and 80s Rock Ride.
That's a game changer.
Whatever you choose, it's as easy as a tap to make a preset. Find out what everyone's talking about and get the new and improved free iHeartRadio app today.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese. Radio. Radio.
104.1. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Hey guys, Record Store Day is coming up April 12th. I've been looking at the list online all the time. Like, I get bored, I pull the list up, start looking at stuff. The one I keep going back to is this Oasis album. It's going to be like $130, but it's an exclusive. There's not very many that are printed. It's 4 LPs, all their hits. But take a look at that list. I'd love to hear some suggestions, maybe pick up some music I haven't heard before.
So I wonder who the lucky person is that gets to go through the
stuff and find the diamonds, going through it. Is that, oh no, that's just, no, is that, nope, that's just, never mind, okay. Oh, there's one, got it.
Hey, Jim Colbert and crew. This is Ken. You know me. Just guess what I just did? I just made you my number 1 preset.
Yay!
And I'm happy. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, buddy.
Bye, Bonds.
We're happy
That
too.
company, Glenn's always telling us, you need to get that uninsured urinator coverage that would have taken care of the damages caused by the guy peeing and everything.
Good job, buddy. I like a good laugh, yes.
Did you see the text from someone earlier who said that they have their dad's friend drinks his every day and also bathes in it?
His own urine?
And smells horrible when he sweats while golfing.
Oh, can you only imagine?
Why?
Nasty.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a faction of people that believe that it's good for you or something.
Well,
I know that you can do it in the sense of survival, but I think the urine is...
Not as what is it?
We had a talk back earlier today about he's fed up with people like buying into these pseudosciences,
Right.
Whether it's the guy to not vax or...
Well, the biggest one was that one that just got busted here recently that just absolutely tore through social media. I think one of the biggest like little health scams of all time just got wrapped up. The girl who started the entire thing said it was completely fake. It was the apple cider vinegar thing.
Oh, right.
So remember when
right,
people were like,
yeah.
when people all on social media were like taking tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and it was supposed to, balance out your gut biotics or probiotics or whatever the hell.
Your gut biome?
Your gut biome, that's it. And she said it was completely made up, completely fake.
Hey, she's got an internet connection and an account. I'll listen to her.
Exactly. Why would I pay attention to people who spend their entire life studying this stuff? They have an angle.
Oh, man. It's so whack.
Just love it. It is so whack.
And people like, oh, it's only, the percentage of people with measles compared to the U.S. population. That's not the problem. The problem is it's one of the most infectious diseases. And as I mentioned before, when your immunization rates fall below, I think it's 95%, that's when it becomes a problem of it spreading faster than it can be maintained. And also that even though you might consider it by, comparison, a small number of cases, it is the most we've had in a couple decades. I know there was a little outburst about 5-6 years ago, but that was only half of what we have now.
More cases this year so far than all of last year.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to grow some more.
And it's not the only state. New York has cases. Florida has cases.
Sure does,
But as more and more people are like, I don't want vaccines. We don't trust what's in them, because they saw something online or...
Well, the thing is, Jack, for me is, you could have some distrust of stuff like that, but the measles one is one that we've kind of, I think everybody can kind of go across every aisle and agree, hey, we got this one right. This one's good. We nailed this one.
I'm on the other side. Let's bring back polio.
All right, 407-916-1041. Of course, you can always text us at 77031. I'll remind you one more time, we do have a few seats left for the Harry Sip and Savor event coming up tomorrow night. RosenCenter.com. Go right to the bottom of the page. You'll see the Sip and Savor thing. Click right there and get your ticket. $75 a person, 6 cocktails, 6 dishes. A great deal, and we hope to see you there tomorrow night. I'll be there with my wife and some... about 60 or about 70 of the coolest people in Orlando.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
It's going to get loud and raucous.
Yeah, Deb and Jack are here as well. Deb, I don't think you do this. I think this is kind of more of a Jack and I thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she glows, we perspire.
Yes, 100%. I just don't think you do it because I don't think you'd want to hassle with it. Jack and I love a good deal. But did you hear about what happened up in Lady Lake?
No.
Florida woman says that she met somebody in the parking lot of a Target to make a Facebook Marketplace deal.
Right.
And that's what they tell you to do. She followed all the protocols, right?
Public place?
Yeah, meet somebody in a very public place. Make sure there are plenty of people around. There are many sheriff's stations or police stations that have a specific area where you can pull in and make these deals, and it's all covered by cameras, so there's no drama. And, of course, if you are selling something on Facebook and you tell somebody to meet you there and they go, no, I can't make it up there, well, don't do business with them.
Exactly.
That's a bad sign.
Right off rip.
She was trying to sell her wedding bands and she met this person in a parking lot in broad-ass daylight. The guy, she handed him the rings to look at.
Oh,
He went, those are very nice. Then he put them in his hand, got in his car, and drove away. She tried to stick her hand into the car to stop him or at least get a grip on her rings. I think she was dragged a short period or just pushed a little bit and then fell. No injuries, no ambulance-worthy injuries. But just, again, to show you that, and they have the car. It's a silver BMW. And, they have a
Beamer.
Yeah, they have a description
Yeah.
of it. But as far as I know now, they haven't caught the person. But, man, that marketplace and all of those peer-to-peer sales things look very tempting. But, man, if I was a female, if I wasn't carrying a piece, I would never, ever, 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 ever meet somebody or invite somebody to my property for any deal on Facebook Marketplace. I don't care who it is. I don't care what their page says. I don't care what their profile looks like. Never do that.
I would only, especially if I were selling jewelry, I would probably call because I live in Mount Dora, the Mount Dora Police Department, and say, hey, I'm selling some jewelry and I'm getting ready to meet with a prospective buyer, and then find out if they have those online exchange places. Can an officer just kind of stand out there with me while we do this exchange?
You can do it at the police station.
Yeah, that's the only way I would, to be honest, that's the only way I would feel comfortable with these Facebook things because, like you guys said, she did everything right. She was in a big parking lot in broad daylight, lots of people walking around. And no one's law enforcement.
Yeah, he goes, the victim chatted with the man for a while. All of a sudden, he said, thank you, grabbed the ring, jumped in his car, and took off. She leaned into the car, attempted to retrieve her stolen property. That's when he sped off. I was holding on to him, she says. He started to drive away. I got dragged a little bit and then let go. Obviously, the kid wasn't going to stop. He didn't ease into the gas. He just punched it and took off. They do have a description of the vehicle, and they will probably wind up catching them because there just aren't many silver BMWs in the Lady Lake area.
I'm wondering, does that mean he must have kept his car running?
Do not know the answer to that. That's a good question.
Or the door open?
Yeah.
That's us.
That's another good question.
Yeah, because it sounds like he was as prepared to dash as anything, and maybe she just wasn't aware of the sign.
Yeah, I've done a number of deals, parking lots and other places. Sometimes it's got to be your home if it's, you're buying a bed.
I've only met one person out, and I have sold some stuff, not only on Facebook Marketplace, but on the even sketchier version of that, which is Craigslist.
Oh, no.
yeah.
I'm glad you're still here.
Well, again, I'm a bigger dude, not so big, but I'm 6'2", 220 pounds. And I'm not overly intimidating because I'm not some big ripped jiu-jitsu star or anything, but I do carry a pretty gnarly 9 millimeter in the front of my pants when I do these gigs.
You just give him the snarl. That's all you need to do.
No, I do carry a gun every time I do a gig like this, but I don't carry it up front or anything like that. I just am very careful. And I immediately let the person know I'm staring them right in the face. I'm basically drawing a picture of their face. I'm taking a picture of their license plate. I'm doing all of those things. I'm not even cool about it, by the way. I'm not even cool about it. When I meet people for these things, I literally walk to the back of their car and take a picture of their license plate.
Oh, that's a great thing to do that.
I don't, and when I talk to them, I don't glance around. I make sure I get a good, solid description. I don't do it overtly where it looks like I'm doing that, but I am.
I thought you said you weren't cool about it.
I'm paying very close attention. If you didn't know, you wouldn't know.
Right.
And that's it. But I would never allow my wife in a million years to have somebody come into the house and buy something without me there or my son there or somebody else there. My wife is gnarly in her own.
Right.
I mean, she will shoot you as quickly as I will, but still she's 125 pounds,
right.
And to anybody, any male even that size, she wouldn't have a chance.
Right.
And would be overwhelmed immediately, So
she's got a good snarl, though, too.
Yeah, you got to be careful out there. Oh, yeah, she's mean as a snake. Yeah, you don't want to deal with that, man. That's for damn sure. I warn people all the time, please deal with me. I do. I warn these idiots. I warn these people that we do stuff with, and I warn them. I said, man, I'm begging you here, buddy.
I'm doing you a favor,
I'm doing you a favor. Just deal with me on this, because if I put her on the phone, you are going to pull the trigger. You're going to stick it right under your chin, and you are going to squeeze, dude. She is not going to lose, and she knows how to argue. She deals with some of the biggest companies in the world, and all those people try to intimidate her, and it does not work.
Right.
She just doesn't roll like that. So,
good luck.
But that'd be horrifying if I had to deal with something like that. Yeah, don't do that, man. If you're a lady out there, make sure you got your old man with you or something, or somebody that can at least kind of put the fear of God in them. You don't want to do that, and rarely ever bring anybody to your house. Nate Bargatze has a great bit about his wife selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace. He's like, I found out we were selling something by them showing up at my door. And then I found out I was selling something for $5. The best case scenario is I give $5. Worst case, family gets murdered.
Yeah. But, this is also a good warning even for teens that are looking to sell their gaming system. Don't meet anybody that, because they want what you have and they'd really like to not have to pay for it.
Yeah, and don't buy electronics. Do not buy electronics on Facebook Marketplace.
No.
I don't. That's one of the rules I have is I never buy any electronics from places like that. Inevitably, it's going to be bad. I did get lucky and buy a printer from a garage sale, an estate sale, and got lucky that it worked fine. The cartridges are one of the most expensive cartridges out there, which is probably why they were selling the damn thing.
Right.
But it is a good printer, and it's got a scanner. It's one of those all-in-one things. I got it for like $40, which is a great deal, and I got lucky. But for the most part, I never buy electronics from there. You, Jack?
I have in the past.
Got lucky?
Yeah, recently I bought a guitar amp.
Oh, that's right. Oh, you bought that on a marketplace.
The amp I did, yeah.
Oh, I thought you went to the Guitar Center for that.
We shopped the Guitar Center, but she wanted one of those orange amps.
Oh yeah, they're a little expensive.
Yeah, so we got a deal, found one.
She playing?
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, that's
noodling.
That's an old school amp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you play at all? I can't remember.
No.
Don't you play a little piano?
I have a piano.
Yeah. Does your wife play? I can't remember that either.
No.
Even though she's been in music her entire life, I thought she would play a little piano or something.
Believe that?
Yeah.
Scratching my head every day too. I know she's listening.
You play an instrument, Deb?
No, I used to play clarinet.
Did you really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, someone just texted. My wife got scammed on Facebook Marketplace, paid a lady $225 to do her hair, and she sent her to an abandoned shop.
Yeah. Next thing, never pay for anything in advance. On Facebook Marketplace or any of these peer-to-peer places. Never, ever, 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 ever pay in advance.
Because you're definitely not going to get the merchandise then.
Yeah, it's a coin flip once you do that. There's no incentive after you send the money.
Right. Yeah.
There's no incentive. The money's in the ether.
Right. Exactly.
I got bad news.
Somebody's got it.
That $225 bought the nastiest sack. The instant the phone went dead, that person was buying weed 100%. Yeah. Somebody's at 220. Do I look fatter than 220, guys?
No.
Come on. Jack?
I am really bad at, I cannot tell a
I'm
man's
bad.
weight.
I cannot work in the carnival. I would have had you at.
Come on, buddy.
200.
Come on.
310.
You sons of bitches.
Well, I said-
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do the plural of that.
Okay, I was going to say 200.
And 10.
No, I mean, because
Well, I mean, tall. Being tall.
Exactly.
It has
So
nothing to do with
220,
like,
I'd
I'm
be
not
like,
even
no.
fat.
Big bone.
The taller you are, if you take a cross section, it's heavy.
You carry it well.
Thanks. What do you weigh, you fat? You come in here eating chocolate eggs with your gut. Are you kidding me? How dare you?
Less than you. I'm under 200 pounds. And
I find that.
Get a scale. Let's go.
Buddy, I find
Let's
that
go.
very hard to
Let's
believe.
go.
You keep saying this.
Let's go.
You're almost as tall as I am,
Let's
buddy.
go. Yeah, I'm growing every day.
Yeah.
I drink milk.
I am.
I'm a bigger framed person than you are,
Yes.
but you're not that much smaller than me, dude.
Jimmy, I went with the big bone for all my years of high school. I'm not fat. I'm just big boned.
Well, there are frame differences. You know that.
Yes, that's what I relied on for most of my life.
You can be slight of frame, like our buddy Big T.
Right.
He's slight of frame.
Oh.
Shots fired.
Is that a shot?
No.
It's just actuality, right? He's just a smaller dude. Let me ask him real quick. I got him in my pocket. All right, 407-916-1041. Text it at 77031. What's coming up for your ear first?
Oh, man, I just lost myself. Hang on a second. Oh, we're going to talk.
Hold on for 1 second, if you don't mind.
Okay.
We're almost done, buddy. Just chill out. Come on. Anybody got a piece of corn? It's time for dinner.
Here's a Skittle. Coming up, we're going to talk about a cranker colony trashing the home of an active duty service member.
Oh, man.
The Florida Senate passes troopers law and the most stressful state for ER visits.
Oh, man.
We're going to talk about all of that and more coming up next during You Heard It Here First.
All right, you got it. We'll take a little break back in a sec with Debs. You heard it here first, and we'll get the hell out of here on a Friday.
Woo!
Woo!
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey there, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team Meteorologist Noah Berggren. After a pretty cloudless Friday, as anticipated, be pretty similar Saturday. Maybe a few cirrus clouds in the afternoon, about 77. Still chilly in the morning, mid-40s. 82 on Sunday, partly cloudy in the afternoon. Much warmer Monday, 86. Unfortunately, much of the rain that will be occurring next week will stay to our north. Most places probably stay dry, so drought will continue to get worse. I'm meteorologist Noah Berggren with Fox 35. Have a great weekend.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Get the meal deal you really want. Wawa's $5 Big Breakfast Deal gets you any sizzly breakfast sandwich, any size hot or iced coffee, and a hash brown for just $5. Mornings made easy. Gotta have a Wawa.
Here in Orlando, we know life doesn't slow down for anything, especially a broken garage door. Since 2002, Precision Garage Door has been proudly serving the Orlando community. Local and reliable, that's what makes them different. Their vans are fully stocked, so when you call, their fully vetted techs are ready to provide you with same-day service. Whether it's a stuck door or a snap spring, they have you covered right when you need it most. We know a broken garage door can't wait, which is why we're always prepared to help by keeping our vans fully stocked. Call Precision Garage Door today or visit them online at PrecisionGarageDoor.com. Precision Garage Door. Garage doors done right.
Life doesn't stop after you've been involved in a car accident. You've got things to do and places to be. If your car is damaged, call Farah and Farah anytime, 7 days a week. Farah and Farah, Orlando.
Best over-the-counter lidocaine product I've tried. Thank you, Blue Emu Lidocaine Pain Relief Cream. Other products containing lidocaine have done absolutely nothing to relieve pain in my foot. I strongly recommend Blue Emu Lidocaine Pain Relief Cream.
ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The Orlando Boat Show is at the Orange County Convention Center April 4th through 6th with 21 of Central Florida's best boat dealers. Fantastic deals on bass boats, bow riders, pontoon boats, wake boats, cruisers, fishing boats, and much more. Lots of family fun with Twiggy the water skiing squirrel and the trout fishing pond. The Kids Fishing Clinic with Captain Don Dingman from Hook the Future TV show is back. Enter the Crack the Code contest to win a 2025 Yamaha SX190. Over 35 booth exhibitors showcasing a variety of products. The Spring Boat Super Sale you can't afford to miss. More info at OrlandoBoatShow.com.
Mom and Dad seemed different after a European-style holiday on MSC Cruises.
Carlos, Cloud, and Yvette.
The ship had restaurants, shops, and nightlife.
La Galleria.
And of course, American touches, like an aqua park and a sweets shop.
American je ne sais quoi.
Mom, you're from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Kevin.
Book now and save up to 35% off. Plus, kids sail free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday? No! Deal directly with Corey, the owner at Core Flooring. He'll beat anyone's price guaranteed. Core Flooring in Winter Park. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
I'm Ultima Morgan. Every year, almost 30,000 babies in America are born with birth injuries. It's every parent's worst nightmare. If your child suffered a birth injury, please call our firm to find out if we can help.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
When it comes to deciding what you ride, nobody's going to convince you that there's anything better than a Harley. Case closed. The judge and jury event is in session at Space Coast Harley-Davidson. So make your ruling and trade in and trade up to a new Harley. Right now, buy a new Harley and get NADA retail for your trade. Shop anytime at SpaceCoastHarley.com. Here come the judge. Make your decision at Space Coast Harley-Davidson.
In St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra, it might feel like there's not enough time to take everything in. Because once you're done exploring 42 miles of pristine coast, marveling at historical architecture, and enjoying world-class food, it'll be time to check out and head home. But that's okay, you can always stay just one more day. Visit FloridasHistoricCoast.com to learn more. It's about time.
The new iHeart app.
This is the one app you need.
Love my presets. The preset feature is dynamite. Love it.
And I've been telling all my friends about it. They're on the app.
Get in on what everyone's talking about and get the new and improved free iHeartRadio app today.
iHeartRadio.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. We offer HELOCs and home equity lines of credit with scores as low as 640. Find out if you're qualified today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Is your concrete sinking? Whether it's your driveway, sidewalk, or pool deck, those uneven surfaces are not just ugly, they're dangerous. That's where Alpha Foundations comes in, a groundworks company. They use state-of-the-art concrete lifting solutions to prevent tripping hazards. Schedule your free inspection at alphafoundations.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit onefirmforlife.com today for your free consultation.
Stay tuned to the Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword heart scan.
Hey, boys and girls, our friends at TK Law want us to look ahead. So we're going to look ahead on Real Radio this weekend. We have Real Music Weekend, smells like the 90s. Don't forget, Captain Zog Radio Sunday mornings, and then Joseph Martin's with Sunday Morning coming down. Chad will take you the rest of the way on Sunday with Real Music Weekends. And then on Monday, we do it all over again. Monsters News Junkie and the Colbert Show all live this Monday. Look ahead with the team at TK Law to plan your family's future. Visit onefirmforlife.com.
You're listening to the Jim Colbert Show.
Good after morning, Colbert crew. Jimmy, you son of a bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
You called it.
Jimmy, for all in reality, I just got the better draw of this gene pool. I mean, look.
You did.
Great skinny frame.
Yeah.
Full head of hair.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just feeling pretty good.
Clever, adorable.
Looking great. What's up with you?
Very affable.
Big T out.
Cool mom.
I'm okay with handing out the ultimate Darwin Award. We could stand to lose a few dodos. My group of people and people that believe in science can continue to vaccinate and take the proper precautions that have been proven for, half a century or so. And we can thin out the dodo herd because they seem to breed a hell of a lot faster than the smart ones. So, yeah, I'm okay with people not getting vaxxed.
And check the documentary Idiocracy.
Yeah. 407-916.
Hello, friends. It's your favorite JCS bartender here to get you ready for another weekend.
Yay!
So grab your shaker and fill it with ice and add 1.5 ounces of Blanco tequila, a half ounce of Mezcal, 3/4 of an ounce of St. Germain elderflower liqueur, a half ounce of lime juice, and a half ounce of grapefruit juice. Give it a vigorous shake and strain into a rocks glass over ice. You're going to top it off with a half ounce of cranberry juice poured around the edge. Garnish with a grapefruit peel and enjoy yourself an elder smoke.
An elder smoke. Sound like a Paloma.
I know. That's
very nice.
Very cool.
Thanks, Angela. Appreciate that very much. And if you missed that, you can get the podcast of the show. Get that at JimColbertLive.com and hear that over again for all the shows, by the way. If you miss any of this stuff, it's JimColbertLive.com. You can even break it down into segments you like. You can listen to the Animal House, Scott's segment,
Primetime Kitchen.
Primetime Kitchen, Brandon's segment with sports. I mean, all that stuff. Again, JimColbertLive.com. A wonderful asset to our company is our wonderful app.
Oh, I thought
you meant us.
Well, I thought he was going to say asset.
We are also a wonderful asset to this company. Thank you.
We are.
All right, welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well. Jack tomorrow at Elixir.
Yeah.
Downtown Orlando. And by the way, they turn it up for these things. Dave, who owns that joint, really knows how to throw a party. Jack will be out there for the Orlando City pre-party. And there's like half-price wings. There's $3.50 Coronas. There's $3 tequila and lemon drop shots.
And milk ultras as well for $3.
Unbelievable, dude.
Come down, get some great deals. The wings are great. So
they are. The food's good.
do that, and then we'll head over to the game. And after a couple hours of that, then it's soccer time. However, if you come down to Elixir and you have that Real Radio as your number one preset on the app, show it to me. We take a picture. We'll register you for the prize that we're drawing tomorrow, and that is a pair of tickets to Welcome to Rockville. And also, I might even have some soccer tickets as well to give away for tomorrow night's match.
Very nice. All right, that's tomorrow at Elixir. What time are you getting there, buddy?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. Yep. There you go. By the way, it's close enough to the stadium. You can even walk down there if you wanted to from there.
It's a healthy walk, but you can walk.
Yeah.
I've done it.
And if you, maybe don't want to see Orlando City and Jack, but you do want to meet Jim, you can do that at Harry Sip and Savor at the Rosen Center Hotel.
That's right. We're competing. That's definitely what we're doing here.
Yeah.
I will kick his ass.
Oh, I don't know. He's got guards and welcome to. Well, you got food and cocktails.
One of us will have face paint on.
Jack, you can wear face paint too.
Yeah, Deb is right. We do have a few seats left for the Harry Sip and Savor event going on tomorrow night as well. Here it's rosencenter.com. Just click through 6 cocktails, 6 meals, or 6 dishes.
Yeah,
and it's just a blast. Yeah, it starts at 6:30, goes until about 8:30 or 9. It's a good time
until they shut that party down.
Yeah.
Oh, 8:30 or 9. I thought you said like May 30.
God, I don't want to. I don't want to say anything and get them in trouble or whatever. But they I got to tell you something. Usually they don't mind refilling your drink a little bit.
What?
Yeah. Usually sometimes a little bit more than one. I know the beer guys, they just put beers out on the table and you just do whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm just going to stick with those 7 delicious cocktails. Thank you.
What do we have for you? Heard it here first.
All right.
It's time for You Heard It Here First on the Jim Colbert Show.
Straight to Knucklehead Island, you guys.
Oh, man.
11 suspects have been arrested after a burglary investigation at the South Lakeland home of an active duty service member who was on deployment. Polk County Sheriff, we love him, Grady Judd, says this cranker colony, as he called it, devastated the victim's home and took more than $50,000 worth of property.
Wow.
While he's deployed up to North Dakota and has his mother staying up there with him because he's going to be on an extended deployment, they break into the house and steal everything.
Judd says the victim contacted his office after he noticed an unusual spike in his electric bill and asked deputies check his house to see what was going on, and that's what they discovered.
Wow.
The Florida Senate has passed a bill that aims to prevent animal cruelty. The measure, dubbed Troopers Law, would create a new offense of animal cruelty for those who restrain dogs outside during natural disasters and abandon them. The offense would be a third-degree felony. Of course, the bill is named after a dog that was found tied to a fence along I-75 during Hurricane Milton. A version of the bill is also moving through the state house.
Yeah, man.
And then real quick, a new study ranks this state number 1 for the most stressful emergency room visits. Which one do you think it is?
Which state?
State.
New York.
God, that's exactly what I'm going to go. I got to tell you, I'm going to go Louisiana.
Florida.
No way, really?
The rankings were compiled by insurance company Policy Guide and covered factors ranging from cost, in which Florida also ranked first, to number of admissions and number of inpatient days per 1,000 residents. Florida is one of 4 southeastern states in the top 10, along with Kentucky at number 5. Tennessee is 7th, and Alabama is 10th. If you're looking for the least stressful ER visits, Wyoming is the place to be.
Yeah. All those in the South.
And you heard it here first on the Jim Colbert Show.
Thank you very much, Deborah.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Deborah. Indeed. All right, well, everybody knows what we're doing. Jack will be at the City game tomorrow night. I'll be at Harry Sip and Savor.
Deb, what are you doing?
I'm going to be visiting with my brother and nephews and
that's
sister-in-law.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's
I'm really
awesome.
looking forward to that.
I'll be selling Deb's house on Facebook Marketplace.
I'll be spiking her electricity.
That's okay. The house comes with me in it. Good luck getting this squatter out.
Who do we have to thank today?
Well, we want to, speaking of Jack being out tomorrow night at Elixir, we want to thank them once again for our delicious lunch.
Oh, man, I had that jerk chicken sandwich. I'll tell you something we don't give them credit for. The rolls that they use.
Oh, yeah.
Like the hamburger rolls. Damn, dude. Damn. I don't know who their vendor is, but they killed it. That's some good ass bread.
So make sure you get one of those tomorrow night. Also want to thank Corona Cigar Company. Don't forget to check out the deal at coronacigar.com. Fayez Cara, the restaurant critic for the Orlando Weekly, Primetime Kitchen podcast, already posted at JimColbertLive.com. And then last but never least, Sam Bowen and Candace Rich for running our YouTube chat.
Yeah, Guy, thank you so much. We appreciate that very much. Jack, question of the day.
Would you buy jewelry at a really great price if it passed through a human?
I'd say 85% say yes.
Little hot. 65 is it.
Right, very good.
Yeah, no one wants that doo-doo jewelry.
But 65 are looking for a deal.
Everybody have a great weekend. Everybody have fun and be safe. And we'll see you Monday for sure. On behalf of Deb and Jack, I'm Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters the morning after us. Tom and Dan with the corporate time. What the hell is Angel listening to? Bungalower in the bus. Saturday is going to be Smells Like 90s all weekends long. And Sunday morning. It's Sunday morning coming down. But before that, it's Captain's Log Radio with our buddy Jack Bradshaw and first mate NaomiBradshaw.com. We'll see you Monday at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic weekend, guys.
See you Monday. Bye.